Ooh, what's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Karu.
And this is the Nerdy.
The Wordy.
The book club. That's right. We're back. Finally.
We're back. Sorry. A little bit late. Like 48 hours late.
But we're somewhere new.
Wow, yeah.
Can you believe that?
Don't look behind us yet. It's not done. Actually, do look behind us because we've got the Rosie and, oh my god. I've forgotten the name of the...
the other ship.
The super fast, speedy, sportsy ship.
Yeah, I don't remember. Firehawk?
I think that's its name, actually. No. Screaming Firehawk is... Never mind. Doesn't matter. Linus, welcome back to the Nerds Radio.
Linus, thank you for being a member for 4 months here at the Nerdy, the Wordy, the Book Club.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
What do you guys think of the color of the room? Because we're really happy with it.
Yeah, it's like a dark purple.
Yeah, it's sexy. Yeah.
The Razorback, that's what it was.
Razorback,
It's been 5,000 years.
Yeah. It feels like it's been so long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like genuinely, like I'm like, do I remember how to do this? I feel like I was gone forever.
Well, and like you weren't even here for the last book club. I got to do the final book club on the old set by myself.
Yeah.
Covering Percy Jackson.
Hell yeah.
The Lightning Thief. Great book. I finished Sea of Monsters.
Ooh.
So I quite enjoyed it. The Confederate ship is a wild choice. The part where they travel with the Confederacy of the United States of America is crazy. But other than that, I thought it was even that like that it was funny and it was good. Fun little book. I'm excited to talk about that in a book club at some point, hopefully this week.
At some point, yes. Yeah. But today's book club is The Lost Metal.
What chapters?
Chapter 34 to 56.
Nope.
No?
No. Oh. 35 to 56. So close.
I was so close.
So close.
Damn it. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like we might do like a catch-up stream at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to be like, this is how the house is going. This is how the trip was. This is what we've been up to.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely do that.
There's like so much to talk about.
Yeah.
And then we're also going off to LA for a week. So
yeah,
there's so many things happening. But I've missed you guys. It feels weird. I literally am like, it's been so long, even though it's been 2 weeks. Like it's not. Yeah. It's not even that crazy. I'm just, I don't know, whatever.
No, I feel you. Shields says, any idea what book series you're going to tackle next? Please be Red Rising. Well, we have promised that we are going to start doing the Expanse books in January.
Yes.
Piper Guy, thank you for 10 gifted memberships. The audiobook reactions are back, chat.
Thank you.
And now I've got books on my chest.
Oh, instead of in your lap. Okay,
yeah. Hi-ho, books on my chest. Piper Guy, thank you so much. So we've definitely said we're going to read the Expanse books in January. We desperately want to get back to the Kushiel series.
Yeah, oh my god. I'm going to have to reread that first book for sure.
The problem for us is that we take so long to get through a book. And there's so many things we want to do. Where, like, we only really do so many books a year on the show.
Yeah.
And it's why, like, I started to do solo book clubs.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I want to do more. I really want to do Will of the Many sequel.
Right.
The Strength of the Few, I think it's called. So I really want to do Will of the Many sequel later this year. I'll probably solo book club that as well. And, so we've said Expanse, Kushiel's,
Will of the
Many, and Dungeon Crawler Carl are all the next up.
Right. That one as well.
We have a lot of people who message me about Dungeon Crawler Carl. Oh. Like our personal friends, not like book club watchers.
Right, yeah.
Who are like, why aren't you reading this? And I'm like, because we have to do it on book club, and so we need time. And they're like, well, fucking get to it.
Yeah. So, I mean, Red Rising, it sounds awesome and definitely something we would like and maybe would like to cover at some point.
Yeah, it's up there.
We just have a long list. And Discworld, you have also said there's a chance.
I think we'll get to Discworld at some point, yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely want to read Discworld.
Too many good books.
Yeah, it's just, once we've moved in and settled and we have time again, things are gonna be better.
Yeah, I don't remember what that feels like, but I'm sure it will happen.
Yeah. We only have 3 more trips this year, so.
Yeah. Fuck.
One of those is for Christmas, though.
Jesus Christ. I know. Oh, boy.
Anyway, we're here to talk about The Lost Metal, another Brandy Sandy production. This podcast is brought to you by our sponsor, Heroes Without Borders 2.
What? We're our own sponsor?
Yeah, it's so that we can talk about it at the top of the show. Starting November 8th, Saturday, November 8th, we are going to be doing Heroes Without Borders 2.
Wait, is this the first announcement of it? We're
No.
just like springing it on? Oh.
I also announced it on the Percy Jackson Book Club.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Heroes Without Borders 2 is coming. We have to start building hype. 40 players, 10 sessions from Saturday, November 8th to Saturday, December 13th. Yep, I think that's
so.
right. We are going to be raising money for Doctors Without Borders again this year, telling stories in a setting to be announced soon. I cannot wait to tell you everything that we have going on behind the scenes, but we got to start building that hype.
Yay, charity.
So, come check out Heroes Without Borders 2 over on the Roleplay Relay YouTube channel and, of course, the Nerdy Nightly Twitch. Coming soon to a stream near you.
Yes, please subscribe to the Roleplay Relay if you have not yet.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time. Yeah.
All right. And with that said, Clarence, what do you think of the reading this week?
I was going to throw out an idea first if you don't mind.
You can throw out whatever ideas you want.
I feel like y'all feel free to take this discussion to the Discord because we won't be able to really get into it here on Book Club and have time for it. But if there was a way to do more books, but we read the whole book.
Yeah.
And you could just commission chapters for the whole book. So that's when we could like make our predictions and stuff. Would that be interesting to anyone? You know what I mean? Like, we cover the book, the whole book in one book club.
Yeah.
But along the way, during the audio chapter reactions, we kind of do our theorizing, right? That could be fun.
Sure.
Especially for, like, a smaller book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we have done for smaller books, so.
Yeah, I just mean, like, I mean, like deliberately taking some time in the audiobook reactions to have little mini discussions about it. Yeah, anyways, I don't know. Talk about it in the Discord. Let us know if you think that's a good idea.
Officially, ACM says the books for Discord are so short.
Oh, well, okay. That's not bad then.
Yeah.
Okay. That could be fun. Anyways.
Definitely something I'm down for.
We're talking about the Lost Medal.
Yeah.
Which
Medal.
Don't eat that. Just fish hook it.
It's probably covered in so much. We're living in a construction zone.
I can't believe you put that in your mouth. That's disgusting.
Whatever. Things I do for comedy.
Jesus Christ.
Here's the thing, chat. If we start coughing, it is because there is an open wall in this room. You can't see it. But there is an open wall in this room.
Like, should we show them?
And I don't want to move the camera.
No, I know.
We live in a construction zone at the moment. We still don't have... If you're like, Nerdy, why does your hair look like that? It's because I haven't showered yet today. Because I didn't wake up early enough to go to my friend's house to shower. Because we don't have a shower.
Yes.
We don't have...
Yes. We are currently in construction, but it's all going to be worth it. I did not think that renovating a bathroom would take this long, but here we are.
Yeah.
Getting everybody together for all the different jobs that go into renovating a bathroom has been fun.
And our plumber, unfortunately, seems to be like...
so many emergency calls.
Yeah. Our plumber is apparently the city that we live in's, like, emergency plumber.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, last week he had, like, 4 emergency calls in one day. Granted, the rain was pretty crazy.
Sure. Yeah, that is fair.
Anyway, we're still working on getting our house going here. But, Clarence, what did you think of chapters 35 through 56?
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Good time. I've been enjoying this book a lot. Mm-hmm. I went and, like, re-listened to the first chunk that we've already covered as well. And, yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I think it's building to something absolutely fucking bonkers crazy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There were some insane reveals that we reacted to. But yeah, I'm having fun. It's been a good time, so...
Yeah, I've been enjoying it as well. I think there's a lot here that has been very that has been sprung upon us, I think is what I'm thinking. It does sort of feel like this section was like, hey, I want to go crazy for the final act, and so here's a bunch of new shit. And I think it's been handled...
A whole new magic system.
I think it's been handled pretty well, honestly. I think that I've been somewhat critical of Mistborn Era 2's handling of how it introduces things to this series.
Yeah.
And I think that this book is doing a much stronger job of bringing up new concepts and new magic systems and new characters in a way that is more interesting. The characters around our main characters seem to have a little bit more inner life in this book than I think they sometimes did in Bands of Mourning or Shadows of Self. And, you know, I thought Miles' 100 Lives was a really wonderful villain in the first book.
Yeah.
And his connection with Wax was so fascinating to me, right? Their sort of parallel journeys. And then Uncle Edwarn, in my opinion, was a little flat. He was a little bit like, he's the smart... Waxilium, I'm the smart villain, and I'm always right. And I never found like that went anywhere very interesting.
Yeah.
His motivations were always so unclear, and what he was looking to accomplish just always felt so kind of outside of my understanding of it. Because and so I wasn't able to really get invested.
Yeah, because we weren't given that information until this book, really, with like Trell and this whole like potential invasion and like death of the world, you know, which is kind of partially what makes Telsin a more interesting villain. I think she's a little more interesting, but I also think that now that we understand kind of what's going on more behind the scenes, that also makes her more interesting.
Well, but also I think that the immediacy of the stakes of this book are just more interesting, right? One of the things, because I was thinking about this, I was like, does learning about Trell and what Edwarn was working towards retroactively make Edwarn more interesting? In a way, not really. Because at the time, nothing he was doing had very much... Like, there wasn't like a time limit on what he was doing. He had years to do all of this stuff. And so I don't know, it's one of those interesting things where even on a reread in Mistborn Era 2, knowing that there is sort of this 6-year time gap coming up where literally nothing happens to move any of this stuff forward, except like, you know, the behind the scenes machinations. It just sort of makes Uncle Edwarn feel diminished to me. But at the same time, the point I'm trying to get to, though, is that Telsin feels very interesting, especially because we have Govey and Telsin now, and these two... The bad guys have two opposing visions for how the world is going to work.
Oh, the mayor, Gave.
Sure.
So I was like, who is Govey? Sorry.
However the fuck you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
That having these two villains that are very much working together but don't seem to like each other very much, and have two very opposed views for the future, but this evil god is sort of forcing them into the situation where they have to begrudgingly accept the other person's actions in it, has been very interesting to me.
And also undermine each other at the same time. Like, we know that there's contingency plans to like undercut the other person and
I think that this book is doing a much better job of not letting me know everything that's going on with the villains, like teasing those things out.
Yeah.
But giving me enough context where I feel like I can kind of be on the journey our heroes are on.
Yeah.
My biggest problem with Bands of Mourning was that it just sort of felt like the heroes were just handed the next steps because they never really understood the plot enough to be making the next steps themselves. And in this book, I really do feel like I understand how Marasi is moving forward in this plot. I understand how Wax and Wayne are moving forward in this plot. I really am invested and connected to how the characters that we're following are the engines for change within the world of the narrative. And in that way, I've found this week's reading really engaging, especially with some really incredible fight scenes. I think some of the best fight scenes he's written in Mistborn Era 2.
Yeah.
They very much felt like they had the motion and the sort of emotional impact of some of the fights from Mistborn Era 1.
Yeah.
And it felt like he kind of recaptured that a little bit here for me. And I do think that, I'm really into... It feels like in the fourth Mistborn Era 2 book, Brandon Sanderson has sort of course-corrected from what I thought was dragging down Mistborn Era 2 in the previous two books. And I love seeing that, right? I love seeing the end of something kind of build upon and learn from the things that it is ending. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been... It's been really good. It's been very enjoyable, and I've been excited to get to book club, right? I was like, I don't want to push it back, but I can't speak.
Victor Desana says, this is the first book Sanderson went glove off with Cosmere Connections. Interesting, you don't need to read all the Cosmere to enjoy this part. It's why Aethers were introduced as an unknown magic. But interestingly, because he went glove off on the Cosmere Connections, but framed all of these Cosmere Connections as being here to save Scadrial because of Kelsier, their leader's emotional connection to the planet. I am more invested in the World Hoppers being here because I understand why they give a shit. Right? Like, and this, to me, even though it's a lot, the Cosmere of it all is a lot. And I don't want the Cosmere people to solve all the problems.
Yeah.
It does, I understand why these people give a shit and are here.
Yes, absolutely.
And sometimes what I find frustrating about Brandon Sanderson's writing is that the mystery box is hiding us from context on why anyone's doing anything.
Yeah.
And then I just don't give a shit. If characters are just doing stuff for mysterious reasons, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
It's not interesting to me at all unless that is the mystery.
Yeah, I was definitely worried that introducing Kelsier in this section literally would kind of...
Invalidate.
Yeah, would not feel good, but because he can't directly intervene, and because he is, again, like you said, the emotional connection to the planet and why these people are here and working for him and, like, all that, I think that was done really neatly.
Yeah, I'm going to be there in 12 hours. You guys are my arms. You have to go solve this without me.
Yes.
I thought it was a brilliant way to introduce him and not have him just become the protagonist of the book.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
I thought he handled that really, really well.
Yeah.
And there is something about... There just is something about context that I find so frustrating in fantasy books sometimes. It's one of the reasons why I think the slog is so rough in Wheel of Time, because it really is impossible to understand the context behind why any villain is doing anything in the Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's no context, you can retroactively like kind of make it whatever you want and make it make sense, which I think is what a lot of fan bases do with these series.
Yeah.
But the level of context he's giving on all sides of this narrative, in this book in particular, I think is really strong work.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
really, really strong work.
I agree.
And honestly, it's one of the reasons why I think the final Wheel of Time books were better than previous books, because Brandon Sanderson brought context to a lot of shit that was just sort of like nebulous.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree with that for sure.
And yeah, it's good stuff. It's really, really enjoyable reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brother Armand says, Trell, what if the invisible hand of capitalism was a god?
Yeah, basically.
Kind of.
You must all be unique in getting this one thing that makes you unique.
Baby Balrog says, Trell didn't read capitalism to me, but man, the autonomy stuff grated me in a primal way.
Yeah.
It's a tough god. It's a tough, it's a tough concept to be a god.
Yeah.
Just because autonomy as a concept isn't something that you can worship. Right? It's an idea that you can use to make other people worship a concept. Right? Like, freedom is an American idea, or the American idea of freedom is a concept used to keep Americans from having freedom.
Nowadays, yeah.
No, always. For always and forever.
I thought
Americans used freedom as a justification for locking up Japanese people in World War II. Like, the American freedom has always and forever been a concept to get Americans to worship the lack of freedom they have, right? And lack of freedom is consistent across the world. There is no place where you are truly free. Sure. Because human beings have to have some connection to the society they live in. We are not great independent people. And the idea of independence among people is actually an incredibly flawed and misunderstood concept that has led us to some of the darkest parts of human history, right? Like, we have to understand that we are social creatures and we thrive. Human beings thrive through connection. And the concept of the lone wolf is a lie.
Yeah.
The concept of the alpha male is a lie. Like, all of these things are lies that are used to sell supplements that are fucking not doing anything for your body. And the reality is we crave connection. We crave community. We crave human touch and human interaction. Now, obviously, there are some people who have, levels of autism and stuff. Who maybe that's not 100% true for, but the way in which we talk about freedom is so fascinating because it isn't true. And within that, autonomy is a terrible god for human beings because we're not autonomous. We have to be connected to other people.
Which is why we get the capitalism version of autonomy. Yeah,
it's why it's why locking someone away in solitary confinement is inherently torture.
Yeah, one of the worst things you can do to most people.
Like human beings literally unwind mentally if you leave them alone long enough. And it's because we are geared to be connected. It's why the internet is a beautiful thing. It has so many dark parts and there's so many failings to it.
Yeah.
But fuck, is the internet a beautiful thing because of the way we're connected. Look at this. Look at the show. Look at the people in our chat, right? Like, we are not individuals. We are a massive hive of connection. And human beings' greatest achievements in history are all groups of people coming together to do things. There is no achievement in the history of mankind that was achieved by a single person. And any story that says that one man changed the world, if you pick at it for half a second, the reality is there are hundreds of people behind that.
Yeah.
There's maids and fucking janitors and teachers and the parents, mentors, and the reality is no one stepped into anything on their own.
Yeah. You literally can't, right? You can't. You you are born into a world that is full of connections. Whether or not your parents are your real parents, there was still somebody who imparted their life experience and choices on you, whether in a neglectful way or not. There are a million and one ways that you can do that, but unless everything is all connected. I was like, maybe if you were born with no senses but a brain that functioned, maybe in that case, but then you would never achieve anything because you can't communicate it to other people, right? Because it cannot happen on the shoulders of a single person.
And that's why I think that the autonomy as a god is so fascinating, because the only people that would worship autonomy are the worst people. Because the idea behind worshiping autonomy is not that everyone is going to have freedom. It is that you are going to be free to oppress others. That's it.
Yeah.
At every level where someone believes in the lone wolf thing, they're just trying to oppress people. Right? Look at the Andrew Tate of the world, right? Andrew Tate's whole thing is you have to manipulate women into making you money online. That's what he teaches in his classes.
I know.
Right? He's just oppressing people. But he's I'm free because I have financial wealth and I am disconnected from that.
Yeah.
But the women he's oppressing don't. And the reality of that, right, is that people who use freedom in that way are using it to oppress people.
Well, and they're also in a way not free, right? Because their wealth and reach is built on the backs of a community that uplifted and provided that for them, right?
Yeah.
So, I just want to... There was a chat from Anime Nerd who's asking about the audiobook reactions being moved to this channel. So, just going to touch on that real quick. It is a lot of footage, and we're in the middle of a billion different things. If you want all of the audiobook reactions in one place, Patreon is a place to go for that. We are working on moving all the reactions to one channel, 100%. Want to make that easy for everybody, it's so much footage.
If I can step in really quick.
Sure, yeah.
This is without a doubt my fault. This is 100% my fault.
We're busy.
No, it's not that. This is not on Clarus at all. This is on me. I am working on it. I organized very poorly, and I am trying to find everything. And the problem is I haven't had time to... Okay. So here's the actual problem. I'm trying to upload them in the order that they were uploaded on the old channel so that they
appear in order. Yeah.
I used to name the videos chapter number audio react. but I did not in any way indicate what book it was the chapter of. And so I have to go video by video and go...
be like, what are they watching?
Chapter 34 of what?
Yeah.
And so that is 100% on me. The audiobook reactions will all be up on this channel within a month. I promise you, within a month, I will get it done.
But for now, you can go over to Patreon.
By the end of October. But for now, they're all on Patreon. But no, that is 100% my bad. When we started doing this, I didn't understand how much video we were going to be interacting with. And so I didn't think that hard about how I was going to organize everything.
Yeah. We had no idea it would be this many videos.
There's a folder on a drive called To Sort that is 19 terabytes of video. And it's a 24 terabyte drive. And it has 19 terabytes of video that needs to be sorted. I will do that in October. I promise. I promise. I just, I have not been successful in that at this moment.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yeah,
Victor, thank you for that super chat. Best way I saw autonomy defined is trying to push the great man theory as Adonalsium's godly rule in classical hero myths, but lacking all context.
100%. No, I completely agree with that. The great man theory is inherently flawed in every way.
I don't know that theory.
That like the world can be changed by one great man.
Unless it's Superman.
But here's the thing, even Superman
I know.
doesn't
Superman
change anything by himself.
And Superman was shaped by the Kents, right?
Yeah, 100%.
You know, so
and by his parents on Krypton, and
sure, yeah.
it is the problem with the I can solve everything like mindset, and
we're bad at that. We need to hire people to help us out.
We're seeing this play out right now with like the American economic system, right? Like Trump's economic agenda isn't good. And, you know, shocking. I think that some people go too far and say that everything the Trump administration is doing is bad. And there are things that I agree with them on, right? Like, I think that the reality of politics is that both sides are going to do things that you agree with and don't agree with. Mm-hmm. But the reality right now of an economic model where 50% of consumer spending is coming from 10% of the population is just not sustainable. Like, the reality right now is that we have an economic model in the States that cannot be sustainable and that there's no plan for. Mm-hmm. It's just going to work. We're just going to keep putting different tariffs on different things, and we're never going to address the fact that 90% of the population accounts for less than 50% of spending in the country and hope that AI fixes it at some point. Like the strategy doesn't... The economic forecast right now does not look good, and the American government is trying so hard not to release the Epstein files that they're not passing legislation to help with the economic forecast. Something's got to give. Like, one of these things has to be true. Yeah. And the whole economic model in the States right now is, well, what Trump says. But we have really smart people that if we listen to them, it just drives me crazy. Yeah. Like, watching Jerome Powell give the last Fed announcement speech and just sitting through it and watching him like try not to rock the boat too much, but be honest about the fact that like everything's going down. Yeah. And then Trump goes to the UN and is like, I am the greatest and your countries are all shit. I can solve everything. I'm like, you can't do it alone. Yeah. It's too big a problem. No one can do it alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated. Anyway, great man theory pisses me off.
Just quickly, Amboss, we haven't really talked about the Europe trip. I think we'll do a separate live for that. There's really, like, genuinely too much to talk about. So that'll be another time. Sorry.
Yeah, it will be another time.
Yeah.
I couldn't, it's so funny. I couldn't help but think about Trump reading the end of this book.
Oh, yeah.
I really couldn't. Actually, when did this book come out?
I don't know.
2022. Yeah, so interesting how
it came out after his first presidency.
Yeah, and but not just his presidency, right? After this rise of populism globally that we've seen across Europe, and
the weird alpha male surgeons.
I almost wonder if Brandon Sanderson was sort of commenting on that with the way that he wrote about autonomy. Because it does seem like a reflection of where our world is at right now.
Yeah.
About this insistence on alpha... The completely made-up idea of alpha wolf nonsense.
Yeah. We are very bad at buying into things that are not true.
Yeah.
Because when I was like a kid, when I was like a teenager, I was like, I didn't know that was a made-up concept. It was
the alpha wolf.
Yeah, it was told to me, and I was like, sure, yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? There are like things that you are just told and that you live with, and that are never that you never fact checked, and then suddenly you're like, wait, they found a new tomb under the pyramids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
At least I wasn't making some kind of declarative thing with that. I was like, oh, this was cool.
Yeah. Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Could have been worse. Yeah. It's all good.
Also, like, the idea that the idea that there's like just like a space underneath the pyramids isn't that crazy.
No, that's not.
You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
Yeah. All right, let's get into chapter 35. But before we do that, if you are a Patreon member, there is a poll up. Go vote immediately because we have to watch that as soon as possible.
What?
The Patreon poll.
For the
movie.
What's winning right now?
We left that a little last minute. So sorry. Things have been a little bit crazy. Little bit tiniest bit crazy.
This is interesting. Practicing Incarnate says, fun facts, alpha wolves aren't entirely made up. They do exist only in captivity, though.
Yeah.
So when Goodwill Hunting is winning by quite a bit.
Yeah, I figured it would.
Yeah.
As soon as I was like, wait, you haven't seen Goodwill Hunting?
Yeah, I have never seen Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
I know it's a movie about Matt Damon being a janitor who writes on a chalkboard.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Robin Williams is just there.
Yeah, right? It's about, like, the janitor who can do math. Right? I think that's what Goodwill Hunting's about. Baby Balrog, thank you for that super chat. Great man versus standing on shoulder of giants theory. Yes, I'm much more a standing on shoulder of giants guy, personally.
Yes.
But that might be because I'm a fan of the New York Football Giants.
I'm so sorry.
Who kick off in an hour and 20 minutes while we are still going to be live.
So sorry. You know what? It's probably best if you just watch it after.
Why? Because they're really bad?
Yeah, then you can watch it on times 2 speed, you know what I mean?
But we're starting Jackson Dart today and he's going to fix everything.
Chapter 35.
He's going to fix everything.
Telson and Wax go have a little chit-chat. And she's like, you know what, I'm actually like super duper concerned for the people of this planet. And he's like, yeah, I really felt that when you shot me. That's a good one, Telson. You're really funny. Piper Guy, thank you for that super duper chat. Let's go. Goodwill Hunting, Boston, and Math. Yeah, it's gonna be a good movie.
Oh, right, because it takes place at Harvard, right?
So I watched this movie a very, very, very long time ago. I did put on the poll that like I have seen it to kind of like, let people know. I don't really remember the specifics of it. So I'm actually really excited to rewatch this movie.
Great.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Super chat for Goodwill Hunting. Let's go.
Yeah. Telson and Wax go up and they have a conversation. Telson is weirdly insistent on Wax just like fleeing to the roughs. And it's so fascinating, right? There is some care between them still. And I do wonder if... No, there is. She doesn't want him to die in this, right? And I do wonder if some of that is him having kids and her viewing... Like, I wonder if Wax if he didn't have children, if they would have the same conversation. Or if she kind of views those kids as the potential continuation of her line, in a way. Because, like, I connect with my sister in a different way since she's had kids. And I almost, because she specifically brings them up, there was a part of me that was like, oh, has Wax having children changed your desire for, like, your family line to continue and you see potential there? And I found that it might also just be it's easy using kids as a cudgel to like get him to leave is definitely a tactic.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think that there is, I don't know, there's something about children that changes people, even if they're not yours, right?
Sure.
And maybe this is just me projecting my own feelings about how my worldview has shifted in the wake of becoming an uncle. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think, like, unfortunately, I think that most of this was just a distraction. I did not get the feeling that she gave a shit at all about him or his kids. I think that the interesting part of this chapter was the claim that Harmony had people kill their parents to get to her. Which... Not
kill.
Yeah.
I don't think Harmony sent assassins. You know what I mean?
She says that there were agents of Harmony that killed their parents to get to her. Now, for whatever reasons that might be, like, who the fuck knows. But that, again, Wax gets this feeling that she's trying to stall him, and therefore, is that actually true, or is that another, like, stalling tactic, right?
Yeah, I think that what's weird about that is how far down the road to autonomy was she when their parents died? Because she would have been, like, 16?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Telson had anything to do with autonomy at that age.
Didn't their parents die? But their parents died before Wax left for the Roughs, when he was 20. Oh no, she's older than him, so she would have been like 22. Yeah, I guess at 22 she could have already been.
I actually can't remember when their parents died.
Maybe Wax left and then their parents died. No, wait, I'm so dumb. No. Their parents dying is why Wax comes back.
No. The uncle dying is why Telson disappears and their uncle...
Yeah, but the parents died in that... Their parents and Telson all died in the same car crash or whatever.
No, that was a car crash that Edwarn facilitated so that they could join the set. That the parents were killed before that.
I'm not remembering that information well enough right now to put it together.
Because I don't actually know if the book has ever said, like, when their parents died. Like, it specifically. Could be wrong.
I think it's said in this. I think this is the problem with going from Mistborn Era 2 to Stormlight and back, is that I don't remember all the details of Mistborn Era 2 enough to put this together properly.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, they were raised by their uncle.
Well, so the one thing I do remember is that they were living with the Terrace people, but I thought that was because the parents wanted them to experience both worlds.
No. Their parents died, and their oh my god, right. No, their parents died, and then their Terrace grandmother had made a deal with Edwarn, right?
With Edwarn? Oh, maybe it was Edwarn, yeah.
And so they were raised most of the time by their uncle. So wait, this doesn't make any fucking sense then. Telson is saying that Harmony killed their parents
when they were children. For some reason.
Because he foresaw that she was going to become an agent of autonomy. And then killed her parents, which probably made her more likely to become an agent of autonomy. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I don't think that it has anything to do with Harmony seeing the future. We know that Harmony has a very difficult time making any kind of decision. Like, this feels like way too, like, Star Wars sequel to me. I don't think that is the case.
Why are the Star Wars sequels catching strays here?
Because Luke goes to kill Ben. Doesn't.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, there's, like, yeah, I really don't think that... I think that Harmony...
What does that have to do with this?
It's like killing someone because you're worried about what they might do in the future. You know what I mean? What they might become. It's a weird thing to do. Yeah, and I just don't think that Harmony, who is a god that is kind of, like, paralyzed by decision-making, would send assassins on a child. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think that this is, again, I think a stalling tactic, but I think that someone has fed her information to maybe believe this, to make her think that she is special, to self-aggrandize, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I cannot see a world in which Harmony is like, yeah, I killed the child's parents so that the child didn't become like autonomies. Yeah. I really, 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 really can't see that as a part of Harmony.
Daniel Klauser says, if she's telling the truth, she might just be wrong. Ghostbloods could have done it, which would be agents of Harmony from one perspective, but not at all from other perspectives. Yeah, the Ghostbloods could have done it.
That's
I would
true.
buy the Ghostbloods doing far
that.
more.
Kelsier doing that is definitely more likely than Harmony doing that.
Yeah, I don't really trust the Ghostbloods at all. I like them. I'd probably be one of them.
That's fair.
But I don't trust them.
Illuminati.
Yeah, I mean, like, not that I would be, like, powerful enough to join them, but I feel like I just because of my nature and my inquisitiveness, I feel like if they wanted me, I don't think they would want me, but if they did, I don't think it would be that hard to sell to get me to join.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think I am, like, useful enough that it would happen, but if they did want me for some weird reason...
Yeah.
It wouldn't. I would be like Mercy. I'd be
exciting.
Like,
that would be exciting.
All right.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I know myself well enough for sure. Like I'd be like, oh, that sounds sick.
We're using jars of god jizz to do superpowers. Okay.
I don't think you can like jizz after you're dead. It's more like they're like
what the fuck?
They're flesh. It's a dead god, right?
We don't know that it came from a dead god.
They said it, yeah. It was harvested from a dead god, which is
but
very
it might have been
difficult to
like maybe gods jizz when they die.
Instead of like shit themselves, like a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know that gods shit. So maybe as they're dying, they just spew jizz into the universe.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be that, I guess.
This is what you come here for.
Come here for.
I don't think you can jizz when you're dead is so funny.
I don't think it's possible. I could be wrong. Someone might have studied that.
Jesus Christ.
Someone probably studied it, but like didn't tell anyone they studied it. You know what I mean?
Anyway, the important thing about this conversation, none of this is important. The important thing about this conversation is that Wax gets Telson to reveal that Introne is a coward, and he decides he is going to go interrogate Introne instead. And he realizes Telson is just wasting his time, so he sneaks away.
Yeah.
We also learned that there's two plans. One is bomb Elendel, prove... I don't really understand how this proves to Autonomy that we're good enough leaders. I really don't understand that plan at all.
No, it doesn't prove that that we're good enough leaders. It proves that Autonomy has someone who is under her control who controls the planet. Because she can either come in with military force and control the planet and destroy it, or she can have Telson, who is her avatar, control the planet and like use its power to her advantage instead of destroying it.
I don't really understand how bombing a city proves that.
Well, because she has this plan, right, to unite the basin. There's this whole moment.
Yeah, I just don't think that... I genuinely don't think that that's going to work. Like, I just firmly don't agree with the idea that bombing Elendel and uniting the basin would prevent the South from going to war with the North.
Well, I think if she had god powers, it might. You know, if the Malwish were like, wait a minute, you are an avatar of God with godly powers, that might make them hesitate.
I don't know that they would believe that, though. Like, what godly powers would she have that...
It says that she's going to become Trell.
My point is that I think that the plan sucks and wouldn't work no matter what. And so it's just bombing a city for a shit plan that isn't going to accomplish at all what she wants it to accomplish.
It's the last resort.
Sure. But it's not even a last resort. It's kind of her whole plan. I just think Telson's got a bad plan. I think it's just bad. I just think it's bad strategy. Right. I think that if you want to unite the world... Because here's the problem. This book still pretends that the entirety of this world is the Basin. Even though we have the Malwish. But Telson is not accounting for the fact that there is a entire continent of people to the south that have better technology than you do. And so the idea that bombing one city in the basin that is the economic center of the entire basin's trade policy and is currently the path through which all of the money and like industry has to pass through because of the way the canal system works. Bombing that, destroying your ability to move things within your own nation is going to give you the power to then take the fight to the south, who aren't going to believe in your god because they can talk to their god because he flies in sometimes and hangs out with them.
Yeah, apparently. He's like, I'm on a Maoist ship, like, whatever. You would think Kelsier would be like, hey, guys, can you stop trying to fight them for the Bands of Mourning? But apparently not.
Like, if I was Wax in this conversation on the rooftop, I would put my gun away. I would sit down and be like, Telson, what? Just explain to me why you think this is going to work.
Well, even, like, the mayor guy is like, God, this Telson girl, when her plan fails,
and I agree with him.
Back up. Yeah.
And Trone is right. He's frustrated, but he's like, this is dumb.
Is it in Trone? There's two fucking mayors, and
Isn't
now
his name Govey and Trone or whatever?
There's two mayors.
Gave and Trone.
And I'm forgetting which one is which.
No, and Trone is Bill Means mayor.
He is. Okay.
Yeah.
Then who the fuck is the mayor of Ellendale?
Pinky Armando says, Nerdy, you aren't alone in thinking that. Other set members have literally complained about her plan in this section. Mm-hmm. No, I totally understand that. I just think that Wax should bring this up to her and be like, sister, it's impressive that you built a bomb. I built the same bomb by myself.
Yeah, but she's building a thing to with launch, a box of scratch.
Wow, you really walked all over my joke there.
I didn't get it.
I was quoting Iron Man. It's fine.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Apparently, I haven't watched that movie enough.
It's fine. It's a meme on the internet. But Wax literally built the same bomb.
Yeah, but she built a way to throw it really far.
She didn't build shit.
I actually don't know who did that.
Telson doesn't do anything. She just comes up with a bad plan, and then other people have to fucking, like, do it for some reason.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve brings up a good point. If the Malwish were like, wait a minute, these guys have nukes, they might, like, hold off on attacking, you know? It's like if one country in the world has nukes and nobody else does, like, yeah, that's rough.
Oh, I completely agree. I just think that the problem that you're going to immediately see in the aftermath of blowing up Ellendale is that the country to the south is going to immediately become hostile because you killed their ambassador, who is in the middle of the city.
True.
You now have a military to the south that has actually fought wars. Uh-huh. And, like, you're going to unite them.
With who, though?
With each other. There's 5 countries.
I'm like, yeah, I guess. Like,
I mean, they've said, like, the 5 countries are uniting for the first time. So I'm assuming they fought with each other.
Yeah.
So they have actual experience with this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have bombs, but there's a limit to how much harmonium there is. Like, your bomb is a wildly limited resource, and your ability to move stuff around the basin is crippled because you destroy the fastest way that you move stuff within your own country. It's not like you're going to destroy Ellendale and then quickly purge the canals of the destruction of the canals, right?
Yeah.
Like, that takes time, that takes money, that takes incredible amounts of manpower.
Yeah.
And so the Malwish are basically going to be able to attack wherever in the country because they can fly.
Yeah.
And look, yes, you have bombs, which is great for hitting the Malwish if you can get close to them by getting over a mountain range. But you don't have airships. They have airships.
Yeah.
And try hitting planes with early rocket fire. Right? Like, realistically.
Yeah, but they have Alamancers. They can literally just, like, push it.
Well, no, even established in this section that rockets shoot too quickly for Alamancers to effectively push. Right?
Yeah.
Like, they need the...
I wonder if, like, like the Trell powers would change that, but we don't actually know what that means.
Yeah. I don't know. The entire time Telson is, like, talking about her plan, it just felt very much... It felt like my least favorite superhero movie, The Dark Knight Rises, where Bane... His whole threat is that he has a nuke in Manhattan. Mm-hmm. And if the military comes into Manhattan, he's going to blow up the nuke, killing himself. And, like, it works, for some reason. But it's not, it's just, the whole movie, them driving that fucking nuke around in the truck is just impossibly dumb. It's just stupid. I love the first two movies. I do not like The Dark Knight Rises for a lot of reasons. But the entire premise being like, I'm going to kill myself if you do anything is like, all right. I don't really understand how that helps you accomplish anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a very long time.
Seems like you sort of just set yourself up to be trapped here. Fucked.
Yeah.
Because at some point you have to leave. Like, you're looting all this money. At some point the goal has to be to get out. And once you're out, the nuke isn't a problem. And it just doesn't... I don't really understand what your goal here is. Anyway, Telsin frustrates me. And I think she frustrates everyone. And Introne is right. I hate agreeing with one of the bad guys, but Introne is 100% correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to go investigate him instead, because Telsin is not helpful.
She's just trying to stall.
She's trying to stall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
Well, because the bomb is supposed to, like, get launched, like, any minute now. Right? Like, it's literally today. She, like, tells Wax that it's 2 days, but he's like, that's a lie.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Like, it's going to be any second now. So.
Yeah.
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 Chapter 36.
Yeah, we cut back to Marcy and Moonlight.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, they're like, hey, like, to the, like, reporter later, like, do you have the family? Can you go somewhere safe?
Yeah.
And Marcy kind of tricks Moonlight into giving the safe house address.
Yeah.
And is like, okay, great, that's where we're going.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, Moonlight is too good a person to be a bad spy. This gave me hope for the Ghostbloods. You know what I mean? Like, Moonlight is a somewhat good person.
Yeah, they all seem like good people.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. You, 2 book clubs ago, you were like, maybe Kelsier's a bad person because Maireys is kidnapping children.
But is Maireys even alive at this point? Does Maireys exist right now?
Oh, in this moment. That's a good point. Because we have no idea what those connections between those characters are.
No clue.
Like, because there's a real world...
Is it 100 years in the future?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Because there's a world, it's a dark world, but there's a world where Thydakar has become more evil by Stormlight, and Kelsier has kind of gone off the deep end because Scadrial is no longer around.
Yeah, but then I don't think we'd get Mistborn Era 3.
But Stormlight could take place after Mistborn Era 3.
Oh.
We don't know when any of these things take place, right?
Fair.
So, like, I don't know.
That is fair, yeah.
Yeah, Mistborn Era 3 might not take place on Scadrial.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like,
This
just
bomb
because
could work.
it could work.
No, autonomy might win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be crazy.
Yeah, right?
That'd be such a sad end to the series.
I know, that would be wild.
This book ends with, like, Rogue One. Wax, Wayne, Marcy, they're all on the beach watching the city blow up in front of them.
Oh my god, yeah. Or the army just come in and fucking decimate everybody, like...
Wayne's just like, at least Milan got off the planet before we all died.
Yeah, good for... Yeah, Milan survived. That's nice. Love that.
There's so many fucking M names in this...
Oh, true.
In Mistborn Era 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they go out and they go and they grab a cab.
Yeah.
And Marcy gives the address that Moonlight gave inside.
Moonlight shit talks autonomy.
Moonlight acknowledges... Okay, this annoyed me in a way that is probably dumb. But Moonlight is like, yeah, the cabbie's a member of the Ghostbloods. Right? And then...
No, I don't know. The cabbie's not a member of the Ghostbloods. The cabbie was Hoyd.
No, Hoyd is with Wax and Wayne.
Yeah.
The cabbie... They get into a cab, and the cabbie is a member of the organization.
Wait, what? What cab?
They get into a cab in this scene to go to the safe house.
In this scene?
Yes. And
they say
Marcy is like, hey, we are going to this place. And the cabbie, like, reacts. And then Moonlight calls the cabbie by name. Right? Darkwater. The cabbie has a Ghostblood nickname. But then in the next scene,
they're like, we're the only ones.
We're the only Ghostbloods in town.
We're the only Ghostbloods in town, Kelsey. Sorry.
The cabbie was a Ghostblood. Wasn't that the point of that? Was that the cabbie was a Ghostblood? Am I losing my mind, chat? It just was weird. It was weird to me that the cabbie, there was no reason to introduce that she knows the cabbie.
Yeah. And then later on be like, nope, there's no one else here.
Yeah, I just felt that it was such an odd choice.
Right.
Yeah. Victor Desant, thank you for that super chat. For Kelsier, his crew grounds him. He likes to make them a band of righteous thieves. Question, though, is how that deteriorates as it gets bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it clearly does deteriorate, right? And we kind of made fun of Kelsier in the audiobook reactions for being a little narcissistic. Right?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
And that's really tough when you are an immortal that can go unchecked, right? When you live forever. I think living forever would, in some people, exacerbate their worst traits, right? Because you have no one to kind of hold you accountable for them, because you're fucking immortal. You're the survivor.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
So.
Yeah, you would become, I feel like you would become very, your personality would become very sedentary.
Yeah, when you live long enough to become the villain, right?
Yeah. But anyway, I just thought it was weird. It felt like Brandon wanted to have the Ghostbloods are everywhere vibe with the cabbie, but then it just was a completely unnecessary moment, given that you wanted to establish later that there was no help coming. It just felt like a weird thing to kind of be like, I want you to know that we have Ghostbloods everywhere, but we actually don't, though.
Yeah.
I would just cut it. It's one of those weird moments where it's like, this isn't necessary given the story you want to tell later.
Yeah.
But they go and they meet. We go to the we have the long conversation where Moonlight basically shit talks autonomy, like you were saying, and we're gonna go look at the maps in the place, and we find out that Moonlight basically is like, I don't know how Kelsier's gonna feel about Agents of Harmony, implying that they view Marcy as an agent of Harmony, which is fascinating because I don't.
Well, because she's working with Wax, but yeah, she's not really.
Sure, but if I were to work with a member of the FBI, you wouldn't call me an agent of the FBI.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Especially because they're trying to recruit her so hard.
Yeah. They're like, we want you. Chapter 37.
Yeah.
Wayne is just hanging out while Wax is getting his ears talked out. Yeah.
Yeah, I did like that.
It's just hanging out.
He starts to ponder about time travel stories.
Yeah.
In a way that I'm not gonna lie, I found frustrating.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what are we doing? This isn't time travel. And then it gets to Wayne.
Not yet.
Wayne being like, people are changing the future all the time. But that's not what time travel is. Us existing and doing stuff that has impacts on the future isn't time travel.
Look,
there's a lot of things that are time travel.
Wayne sees the world a little differently, you know?
I listened to this and I was like, I could have had that 30 seconds of my life back. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure. I'm sure that was a real hardship.
Tithanis, thank you for that super chat.
Heck yeah.
Isn't there a point in these chapters where Kelsier is talking to Delaval, a Malwish Ghostblood, and tells him, I don't know what your sister Liadel is doing on Roshar or something like that?
There's no names mentioned, no. But
I don't think that happens in these chapters. So
when they talk to Kelsier literally makes an offhand remark about, I don't know what so-and-so is doing on Roshar. They say Roshar. That's the literal only information we get. We don't know who they are, what they're doing, who they're connected to, what that even means. So, yeah. The Ghostbloods are on Roshar, but that definitely does not mean
do they really say Yaddle? Because that's the Babsk, right?
No, they don't say any names. They do not say any names. And so I don't know. Like, Maraise could still be an infant, is what we're saying. Like, we don't know where this happens in time. How long the Ghostbloods have been on Roshar is up for debate, because we don't know that either. It could be generations of agents before Maraise emerges.
Also, there isn't a Malwish person in the room with them at that point.
He's talking to someone over his shoulder, right?
The flying, right. The flying ship. Okay.
I don't know why you would be able to imply somebody's name from
because it's the only Malwish person we know on Roshar.
I didn't know that we knew there was a Malwish person on Roshar.
Yeah, because she's of her mask. They talk about her mask all the time in Stormlight.
Yeah, and I've never known her name.
Yaddle.
Yaddle? No.
Yaddle, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maraise is... with Maraise. We know her name. Shallan learns her name in Words of Radiance when she's working with them.
Sure.
Maraise introduces... when
I've never heard of a character called Yaddle before, except in Star Wars. So I really...
we do. We meet her in... when Shallan is at the table... When she meets Maraise for the first time, we learn Yaddle's name.
There's someone with a mask, yeah.
Yeah, and we learn her name. I promise you we did.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if there is literally only one person on Roshar that is Malwish, then
you could assume
assume that it was that person.
Well, there's only one Ghostblood who's Malwish. There might be other Malwish people, but we've only met one Ghostblood there.
Again, we don't know when this takes place. That could be her great-great-great-grandmother. Like this is what I mean. Just because there is someone who has a mask on Roshar, like doesn't mean that they take place at the same time.
I don't know that I agree with that. I do think that this implies that these are happening at least somewhat concurrently. Not fully concurrently, obviously, because like who knows when. I also think that we do know that it's concurrent because in the Sazed letter in Oathbringer in the epigraphs he talks about finding his sword, which is wax. We have already figured this out. This is after Oathbringer.
We don't know when those epigraphs take place either.
That is true. Assuming that those letters...
They are just there.
Fuck, yeah,
that's the problem, is some of them are like
ancient texts.
So fucking random. That's what I mean.
Fuck.
I actually would have much rather Kelsier said a name, because then I would be like, that is a hard and fast connection that I can make. So many things click, right? Once you give me that information, I am able to put together a timeline. But they've still left it nebulous in a way that I think is really annoying. They could have said a name.
Pinky Romano's point is interesting here. I would say that Brandon has a problem with writing things chronologically over any other style, which is a common complaint of Nerdy. I do complain about that sometimes. So it's an easy assumption on the author side. I think that Brandon Sanderson uses chronology to try and make his timelines make more sense. But in doing so, I think that he doesn't set enough signposts. The thing about writing chronologically is that if you're bouncing between plot lines, you still have to kind of establish when things are happening.
Yeah.
And not just rely on the writing chronologically to do that for you.
Because how much time passes between writing, like how many days, how much time things take, sometimes can be very nebulous.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that... I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess they are taking place at the same time, which means that Kelsier sucks because Maraise is a fucking cunt. So.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
Go. Am I wrong?
No, you're good.
I think I can call anyone who, kidnaps children a cunt, you know?
You can call anyone a cunt. I don't care.
Yeah. Just saying.
Yeah, we're going to get demonetized, but it's fine.
But it does also make me feel weirder about what's happening with the Ghostbloods now in this moment. Knowing that, that Kelsier is so intent on protecting Scadrial that he's kidnapping children on other planets.
Yeah.
And stealing their powers.
Titanic says there needs to be a timeline of the Cosmere books, and it would be better if it were in the text. Here's the problem with the timeline of the Cosmere, right? We are not told yet in Brandon Sanderson's world that time moves the same on all of these planets.
Oh my god.
So one of the things about the Cosmere that's going to get tricky is that
it's like Interstellar.
Well,
time
no.
passes differently based on how far away you are.
Well, no, actually, that's about time passing differently depending on how fast you're moving. So that's different.
But
relativity is different.
Faster through Shadesmar because the empty spaces are closer together. So therefore, you would travel like a very long distance very quickly by being in Shadesmar and stepping from one planet to the next.
Yes. Yeah. Assuming that that is true, you would travel vast distances very quickly.
I think Brandon Sanderson is going to have to be like, yeah, all time passes the same because otherwise how the fuck do we keep track of that?
Yeah, it is one of the things where any sci-fi thing, you have to be really careful about that. It's why, like, Marvel uses the jump points through space so that there's no relativity problems.
Yeah. And I wonder, I think that you could justify that by being like, well, all of the shards are from the same thing, and therefore where they exist, the time moves at the same pace, and therefore we can justify every planet having the same, not time system, because obviously you can call a week 10 days, but like that time moves at the same speed because the shards are all come from one thing in one place, and it kind of keeps the universe steady.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, saying 20 years passes in Stormlight does not mean that 20 years passes in Mistborn. Because even if time is consistent, their days would be inconsistent with one another because they're not going to circle their suns at the exact same rate. And they're not going to spin at the exact same rate.
No, but the number of seconds that pass would be the same. Right?
No.
Yeah, because a second is just a measurement of time. It's not based on...
But a second is a completely arbitrary...
Yeah, which is why you have the gods coming from Adonalsium, and they each have a shard, and they each agree that time equals a certain amount of thing because they're all from the same place and the same peoples. So they've taken that concept of time to their own peoples and planets, and therefore all concepts of time would be the same.
Assuming that the gods are passing that information down... But there's no guarantee that the gods have done that.
But the gods made people. So
right.
It stands to reason that those people would be created with the idea of like how long a second is.
Why?
Because they are creations of somebody else.
But what?
Because it doesn't sound like humans evolved on Scadrial. It sounds like humans were made. And therefore, they needed to have some kind of immediate cognitive ability that didn't evolve over generations. And therefore, they all would have sprung to life with the concept of what time would be.
Yeah.
Because even if a day is like 7 hours.
Yeah.
So the how many days have passed and how many years have passed is like different.
Yeah.
But how many seconds have passed and how fast people age, I feel like would be the same across the board.
Underscore says, Clarus is correct. If you broke years into seconds, you could match timelines up. But that's only assuming that seconds exist on every planet.
And I'm saying that they would, in my brain, I feel like they could because all the gods who created these people and these planets came from Adonal.
I know, but here's the problem. Here's the reality of it, right? We barely kept track of time before we were able to mass produce clocks.
Yeah.
I know people are going to be like, no, we were pretty good at keeping track. We weren't. There were pockets of places where time mattered. But in most of human civilization, time didn't matter.
It was harvest season or planting season.
The sun came up and the sun went down. And then you did stuff in the day in between those two things. And there are stories of whether or not the railroads were the reason why time became such a big deal or not is up for debate, and I'm not going to have that debate with people right now. But the vast majority of the places that we see in the Cosmere do not have clocks yet. And so I don't know that they would have seconds. I don't know what their time systems would be, but I don't think they would be the same everywhere. I don't know. It's wild.
But would all humans or species on different planets be created to age at the same rate? Because they all came from one concept. They all came from the people that overtook the shards.
Are you talking about humans?
Well, in this
There's
world,
other races, though.
Yeah, but they're all created from shards, right? So they're all
we don't know that.
Yeah.
We know the humans on Scadrial were created by shards. We don't know that that's true everywhere. We don't know if the listeners were created. Or the singers. We don't. The listeners might, or the singers might have existed on Roshar prior to the split of Adonalsium. Because there were people before Adonalsium. Scadrial didn't exist before Adonalsium, but humanity did.
I hate this. We're moving on.
Okay, I hate this. We're moving on. It's so funny.
That's going to be my t-shirt.
Okay, I hate this. We're moving on.
Yeah.
We need to use that more on the show, honestly. It wouldn't be 3 hours every week.
Yeah. You know, anytime we just need to keep book club moving. We're just be like, okay, I hate this. We're moving on.
I hate this. We're moving on.
Right. My brain went, nah.
No.
Nah.
I'm out.
Nah.
They
Wild.
Wayne reveals
is thinking about time travel.
Wayne reveals that him and Milan explored bondage.
Yeah.
Which is
Good
the
for
most
them.
sex stuff Brandon Sanderson's ever written. And it went right to BDSM.
Well, I don't know if that's the most sex stuff he has ever written, because Wayne got really upset when they talked about somebody having a bad reputation when she's really good at blowjobs and she can charge more for them.
That's true.
So, like, Wayne is
definitely...
and yeah,
don't they get caught fucking on the train?
Oh, yeah, something like that, I think.
I love that Wayne is the character Brandon Sanderson gives himself permission to talk about sex stuff with.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting to me.
Yeah. I don't know what that says, but yeah, bondage. That exists on Scadrial, so good for them. Happy for them. Although the stretchy ropes thing was very funny. It's like,
I've never used stretchy ropes for bondage.
No, I don't know anyone that's done that, which is why I'm like,
ropes.
Where did this come from?
But I've never tied them up with like rubbery ropes.
Yeah, like elastic ropes. Because I feel like if you were to move stuff and then come back together, it would like potentially pinch your skin. Like, that actually seems like a worse idea.
Yeah, and Wayne being like, it's more fun if you can move a little. I'm like, that's not the point of BDSM. That
is, yeah. It's like Brandon Sanderson misunderstanding bondage, but I can't tell if it's on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I was like, no, actually kind of restricting the person you're binding is sort of the point.
It is the whole point. Yeah.
The restriction is what's fun about it. The pulling against it. Yeah, I don't know. The stretchy ropes thing was very odd to both of us.
Yeah.
Look, he's Mormon. He's trying.
He's trying real hard. I appreciate the effort. You know, A for effort.
It makes sense to me. Titanic. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was fascinating.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go. Look, I have enjoyed Wayne more this book. I will say that. The farting in the chair thing I thought was so impossibly dumb.
Yeah.
That I
can just move on.
I just was like, Brandon, this isn't funny. Yeah. This is so... Him being like, I want to know if it sounds different.
That feels like a weird intrusive thought.
What are we doing?
It feels like an intrusive thought that he had, that he was like, what if I put it in a book so no one judges me for having it and I can see how other people feel about it without actually inherently asking someone?
Yeah, I don't know. I was not a fan of how long the farting in the chair thing went on for. It just... The rest of this book was so... There's so much cool shit happening right now.
That a fart joke...
Like, now's not the time. Like,
it's like a One Piece, you know? Like... What? You said they make, like, fart jokes.
They don't make fart jokes on One Piece.
That is not true. Because you showed me an episode where Nami's getting assaulted and outside they're making fart jokes.
Oh, no, that was Toei, though. That's not Oda.
Whatever.
Yeah, that was...
It is One Piece.
No, okay? that was Toei ruining some bad shit, okay?
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I saw it with my own eyes, and it was the One Piece characters.
Yeah, no, that was Toei Animation. We don't blame Oda for that. Oda is the GOAT.
Sure.
So we cut over to Elendel, where Steris has managed to get into the meeting by getting ready to pay her to be a subject matter expert. Which is so funny. What is the look on your face right now?
That was a way to... I was like, oh, yeah, that's... I don't know.
Great.
Yeah.
And so they have this meeting where they're talking about what they're going to do. And Steris is... They're all arguing, and Steris is like, if you guys don't shut up, I'm going to vomit right now. I have drugs in my bag right now to make me throw up on all of you.
That might be like the most autistic thing I've ever heard. Is I don't know how to socially interact with you and get you to listen to me. So I am going to take drugs to vomit all over the table.
If you all don't shut up, I'm going to throw up on this table right now.
Yeah.
I died.
You know what?
It's so funny.
This makes me think that cats are all autistic. You know what I mean? If you ignore a cat, it'll just start like barfing on your bed, right?
True.
They'll like get mad at you.
True.
Because they're like, I don't know how to communicate with you, bitch, so I'm just going to throw up on your bed. I think cats are autistic. That's going to be my hot take for today.
You've had a few.
What else? Okay, I hate this. Let's
Moving on.
That's not a hot take. I think chat was very grateful for that one.
Steris figures out that one of the more moderate senators is the Set spy. Or not figures out, but believes.
Yeah, because someone comes in and is like, psst, psst. She's like, oh no, I gotta go. Go. Oh no.
And when she's not accomplishing what she wants to accomplish, she turns to the constable in the room and goes, hey, you should reveal yourself. And he's like, fuck. I'm Tensoon.
I'm Tensoon.
How did you know?
I think it's not Tensoon. That's going to be my prediction.
Why?
Because I don't know if... Because the whole thing... Steris is like, this whole thing seems fishy about the bands of mourning. It seems like a weird plot to... Like, they knew that the bands wouldn't work. They knew that the bands were drained. Tensoon agreeing to this on behalf of the Conjurer or whatever. Just, I don't know. It feels fishy to me. I don't think Tensoon is Tensoon. I think it's fake.
I think you're so wrong.
All right.
I don't know what the point of that would be from a narrative point. And also, she figures out that it's him because he is not comfortable on two legs. And the only Khandra who spends enough time in dog form to not be comfortable on two legs is Tensoon.
Yeah, I think that it could be someone pretending to be Tensoon. Because obviously the Khandra imitate people. And so a Khandra imitating another Khandra isn't that far off.
I don't know why... This is so far from the main plot of the book.
Because that implies that Tensoon is working with the Malwish to agree to these terms to get the bands back to the Malwish people, right? It was a ploy.
Get caught in a... No, even Tensoon gets caught in the ploy. But I don't think Tensoon knew it was a ploy.
I don't know. I'm suspicious.
I mean,
don't
that's
think
fine.
It's Tensoon.
You can make that prediction. Yeah.
That's my prediction. It's not Tensoon.
That's a bold prediction.
Yeah.
So they get to this point, and Tensoon is like, she's probably right about most of what she's saying. And then a radio person comes in and is like, hey, telegram.
Bomb.
There's a nuke pointed at us, and it's gonna get launched today?
Anytime now. It could be
Today?
any time now. Yeah.
Skepkite is like, it happened in the Mistborn original series. Yeah, pretending to be another Khandra we have seen before, so...
Exactly.
Pinky Armando says, I felt like Tensoon was too gullible in this scene.
Yeah, it didn't feel like Tensoon to me. That's why it's my prediction. I'm throwing it out there.
Chapter 39, we did react to this chapter, so if you got a member, fucking tossed your way today.
Yeah, if you're gifted a little membership,
go check that out. Marcy is who we're with for this one. We get to the Ghostblood safe house. We meet Codenames, which at first I thought was a really dumb codename until I found out that their codename was Codenames Are Stupid.
Yeah.
That is a very good codename.
Yeah.
Codenames, bad codename. Codenames Are Stupid, incredible codename.
Yeah, incredible.
Remarkable codename.
Honestly, I would have shortened it to just Code, because like Codenames just seems like a lot, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We also meet Twin Soul, who is Aetherbound, which means...
New magic system.
Yeah. Don't know what planet they're from yet, but their planet is
taken over by bad people.
But we find out that the Aetherbound predate the shards.
Yes, so there was magic before Adonalsium.
Well, I'm assuming Adonalsium also gave people magic because the shards give out Adonalsium's
Sorry,
magic.
I just mean,
there's a
different...
separate magic from Adonalsium magic.
Yes, there is Aether magic.
Which I equated to the Titans predating the Greek gods.
Yeah.
Maybe just because I'm reading Percy Jackson right now, but that's how I'm making sense of it.
No, I can see it. I think that that's probably not far off, but
yeah.
We'll find out more in Mistborn Era 3, maybe, question mark? I really don't know.
This is also a thing in Exandria, Matt Mercer's world. For Critical Role, the Titans predate the magic of the world. Ashton has Titan power in Campaign 3.
Right.
So there's a lot of this, the like primordial forces, and so we're hopefully going to learn more about the Aetherbound at some point. Mm-hmm. But he makes a 3-dimensional map. They bring Twin Soul in to do math to figure out where the entrance to the caverns is going to be, because Maricine and Moonlight need to get in there and figure some stuff out. He's able to figure out that there's a few locations. One of them is in the tower downtown because there is the Bat Cave in the tower downtown in Ellendale, and then there is the Court of the Owls Bat Cave in the tower downtown in Bilming. And this is a Batman series, and we're doing Batman things.
Yeah, there's a bomb. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Some days, if Wax runs around at the end of this book and turns to the camera and says, "Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb," this will be the greatest piece of literature ever written.
Damn. Okay.
I'm so glad you referenced that.
You're welcome.
I love you. Oh my God. You know when you show your wife something you love and then years later she references it because she knows it's your favorite moment in film ever? Hell yeah, babe. Hell yes.
Your favorite moment in film ever, huh?
Oh, it might be.
Wow.
It might. It's one of those things where like, it's one of those jokes that it's funny every time I think about it.
Okay.
I've seen that movie probably 40 times in my life. And because I used to watch it when I was a kid, I watched it on repeat.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that much as an adult.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I watched it over and over and over again because it just is so funny. And some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Yeah.
It's
something.
The fucking nuns. Like, it's just such a wild... Yeah, anyway.
Oh, I think in November we should have our Patreon poll be, like, classic superhero movies. Because even if you've seen it, you know, like, we do stuff occasionally where one of us has seen it.
Yeah,
like,
there's a bunch you haven't seen. Because you've never seen Blade, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could... Yeah.
We should honestly just do Blade in October for Halloween.
Oh, that'd be fun. But
we
like,
should do all three of them, though, so you see Blade Trinity.
But I've never seen the original Superman either, right?
Oh my God.
You know,
right.
like, so if we did a poll, it was like old, like OG, like superhero movies. I think that'd be a fun one. Because, yeah, October's going to be a Halloween movie, but November, it's totally open, so.
Yeah, I'd be down to do a classic superhero movie.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a few I haven't seen that are a little, like, I've never seen The Rocketeer.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
I've never seen The Shadow.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's not, like, that well known, but it's a movie I always wanted to see.
All right.
Find the 1990s Captain America. I would watch that, yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh.
It's apparently like not good.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the original Fantastic Four, not the like 2004 Fantastic Four, but the Corman for Fantastic Four from the 90s, right? Oh my God, it's so bad.
The only Fantastic Four
good.
I have seen is only partial because I'm pretty sure I watched it like in a salon getting my hair done because I don't actually know anything about the movie.
Sure. You have seen a full Fantastic Four movie.
Sorry, I mean like before the new one. Before the new one.
So the Ghost Bloods are like, we're gonna talk to Kelsier to get permission to do some stuff. Chapter 40, Kelsier calls. And
so we find a Sion.
Yeah.
What's her face? The
Codenames?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I got my friend upstairs or whatever. It's yeah, it's a Sion.
And then we cackled mid-reaction about the idea of someone being like, hey, Jesus is FaceTiming us right now. Do you want to talk to...
Should we answer?
Do you want to talk to Moses on the phone?
Yeah, right? Like...
Hey.
It's actually the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Because he's a ghost. Sorry.
I liked that. That was good. I liked that. That was good. That was a good one. Damn it.
Thank you. You're welcome.
The Father, the Son, and Kelsier of Scadrial.
Yeah, pretty much.
Father, the Son, and Kelsier of Scadrial.
Well, so which one is Marsh then? Is he? I guess he would be.
Marsh is Lucifer.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I buy it.
So, so we talked to Kelsier. Kelsier's like, I'm gonna be there in 12 hours. And they're like, that is probably too long. Twin Souls is like, we have two plans. Plan A. We're gonna invade the men of red and gold. Still don't know what that is.
That's Autonomy's soldier thingies.
Yeah, but I just don't know what those are yet.
I'm so curious. I'm so curious if it is in Elantris. I feel like everything now in my brain is connecting to Elantris. What I know that that Hrathen's people were red. I know that they had a red motif. Was it red and gold or was it like red and black?
I don't remember. Elantris was so long ago.
Because if fucking Autonomy shows up with a bunch of like priest, monk, evil guys in red and gold, that would check out.
I just think that if they were coming from Elantris, I feel like Moonlight would have more of an opinion on them than she seems to. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Because I was fucking right about Moonlight, by the way.
Yeah.
Fucking called that shit.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, God, I can't wait to talk about that. We'll get to that in a second here.
That was well done. You deserve props for that one.
And so Kelsier is like, hey, take the door and go do the mission.
But not a door, like the door.
Well, no, but also take a door. Because one of Shai's abilities is to make doors.
Oh, true. Yeah.
There's a lot of doors going on.
Yes.
Yeah, we are opening doors, we're closing doors, we're creating doors, we're using doors, we're sucking up doors with our hands.
Yeah.
It's crazy shit.
Yeah.
Chapter 41. Wax and Wayne do a whole bit.
Wayne is supposed to make a distraction so that Wax can go in the entrance office and find evidence and shit.
Yeah, but instead he lights a house on fire and then throws a cat out a window.
Yeah.
Because cats always land in trees?
No, he says if you throw it at a tree really hard, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as long as there's a tree nearby, you can throw the cat out the window at the tree.
Sure.
Look, I don't know.
Wax looks at him and is like, this is later, but Wax is like, I don't think that's okay.
Yeah.
I think that what you're doing is bad. I did appreciate throughout this whole section, you get to watch Wax slowly go, Wayne isn't okay.
What the actual fuck, dude?
Oh shit, I need to do something about this. Wayne is actually not okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he is not well. Yeah, so Wax goes, looks for evidence, and he finds a calendar, and there's no appointments in it after today. It just
is a total normal thing to do.
Yeah, it just says they arrive on today, which is great. Some alien shit for sure.
Yeah.
And then he finds the letters to the guy that he condemned back in Ellendale
Hastings
for being corrupt, right?
Yeah.
So all circles back.
Yeah, and puts the two and two together that the reason for sending those letters back and forth was so that they could get handwriting samples so that they could create fake letters so that they could imply that Ellendale is the one that sets off the bomb.
Yes. Yes.
Allowing them to unite the Bilming's population with the rest of the basin post-bomb.
Yeah, because they'd be like, oh, it's so sad that Ellendale got bombed by themselves. That's crazy. I can't believe, they would do that to themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he finds a underground tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Yeah. Chapter 42.
Secret tunnel. Marcy, Moonlight, and Twin Soul, who is, elderly. And Marcy...
looks elderly, but, is not elderly.
Marcy keeps being like, I don't know if you should fight, man. It seems like it's a bad thing for you to fight. And he's like, I'm fine. You don't even know what race I am.
You don't know me. Bitch, you don't know me. I might be a spry young chicken.
If I met aliens, I wouldn't be immediately, an hour later, be like, you're too old to fight somebody.
Yeah.
I would wait until I see what they can do.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure, he needs glasses to read. Also, him making glasses in front of glasses to make more magnified glasses, very funny.
Great. Love that. Wish I could do that.
But Marcy judging a different race based on her understanding of aging felt short-sighted. Girl,
it's her first aliens, okay?
you don't know what superpowers people have. You just don't. You can't make assumptions, because that man is about to turn into a mech.
Exactly.
This book really does go hard anime.
Yeah.
But the Lost Metal is a hardcore anime novel.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. 1,000%. So.
Yeah. We find out that Siajana is pre-shattering.
Siajana is the Titan that gives
him his
twin
powers.
soul his powers.
Yeah. That they are all like connected to and can talk to.
And he has like a stone embedded in his hand where he can see his veins through it, which would freak me out.
Yeah.
If I could watch my blood pump through my body, I don't think I would be mentally okay.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
That would fuck me
Don't ever
up.
go on dialysis then. Just watch your blood come out of you and go back in.
Are you awake during dialysis?
Yeah. Aren't you?
Oh, that would fuck me up.
I'm so sorry. Better stop drinking.
Why?
Because if your kidneys fail...
Why would my kidneys fail from drinking?
Well, your liver and your kidneys filter out things in your body, right? Your liver would probably go first, but like, yeah, I don't know.
You are awake.
Yeah.
I really don't like the idea of watching my blood leave my body like that.
Wow. Sorry. Didn't mean to ruin your day.
You know what's weird? My blood coming out of my body wouldn't be the problem, but watching it get pumped back into my body is what like freaks me out.
Alright.
Skepcat, while I'm donating blood, which I haven't ever actually done, but when I've had blood drawn, it's just blood coming out of my body. I'm just bleeding, but into a tube. That's fine. But the idea of it like being connected to a system and having it pumped back in is what's fucking my brain right now.
Fair.
I don't want to watch. I would be like, can I like
sleep mask.
put my arm behind me and like face the other direction?
Yeah.
I'm not that fucked up by needles though. So like maybe I'd be okay. Maybe I would get used to it real fast.
Yeah. I was gonna donate blood one time and then they're like, you're not
big enough. Yeah. Clarice doesn't weigh enough to donate blood and I have sex with men. So
yeah. So we're kind of that is less of a problem. But yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, nowadays, if it's within a certain, like...
A year, though.
I thought it was, like, 6 months.
The idea that I can't hook up with a man for a year...
I thought it was 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they, like, changed things.
Maybe.
I don't know, yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, no, that whole element of it is wild. Because we were going to donate blood at Gen Con, and then we realized neither of us was allowed to.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, it's no problem, whatever. Yeah, not a big deal. You just have to be at least, I think it's like 115 pounds or whatever. And I was like...
Wait, Titanus says also you have tattoos. What do tattoos have to do with blood donation?
I've never heard that before. I know plenty of people with tattoos that donate blood.
Huh. Underscore's lived in too many weird countries to donate anymore.
All right, that's fair.
Guys, we need blood for these things? Why are we making all these rules to not get blood?
So my grandmother has a thing where her body generates too much iron. She has too much iron in her blood, and she actually has to get it, like, taken out every, I think it's like 6 months or something like that.
Wow.
So she can donate it. And I know she was super upset because she traveled somewhere, and when she came back, she wasn't able to donate the blood. Like, she still had to, like, get it out, but she wasn't allowed to donate it because she had like traveled somewhere that was like off a like list, I guess.
Manukos is saying you can't donate for 6 months after getting a tattoo.
Oh,
fascinating.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah
Okay, yeah, that's fair, I get that.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
because you don't want ink, you don't want any ink in the bloodstream.
Or just getting it, like, it is a needle that you're getting tattooed with, so, like, you know, it could be contaminated, potentially.
I mean, I'm hoping you're using sterilized needles at your tattoos.
You would hope, yes, you would hope.
Wow. Anyway, I just learned so much about so many things. You know what I don't know? I don't know my blood type.
Oh, yeah.
What's yours?
It's either O negative or O positive. I can't remember.
Wait, you're a fucking O?
Yeah, we've talked about this. That's why I was like, oh, yeah, I should donate blood. And then
You
they were
should
like...
be donating blood all the fucking time.
And then they were like, you don't weigh enough. And I was like, great.
When you become a muscle mommy.
I'm trying to put on muscle. You know, as soon as I weigh a little bit more, I can donate blood. That sucks that, like, short people can't donate blood. Like, if you're, like, 5 foot tall, you're like, well, you're not 115 pounds. Like,
I mean, not all 5 foot tall people are less than 115 pounds.
not all of them. But, like, I feel like it'd be pretty tough to be heavier if you are shorter.
I don't think that that's true.
What?
Yeah.
It is true. Because your starting baseline is lower because of your height. Like
Oh, that's true. But like to get to 115 pounds with how we eat nowadays, I don't think it's that hard.
No, yeah, I just mean like it would be more difficult than someone who is 6 feet tall, because if you were 115 pounds at 6 feet tall, that would be insane.
I could never be 115 pounds.
Yeah.
I got like too thin at 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Like, my friends started to be like, you need to put some weight back on, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm 6'4". Like, for me...
Yeah.
Nerdy's blood type has to be bi. I love that I read that and the Titus immediately retracted. Like, I don't know that joke makes sense.
You read it too fast. Yeah, I can't remember if I'm O negative or O positive, but yeah.
Yeah, O positive means you can take in any blood, and O negative means you can give blood to everybody.
Yeah, because the positive is, I think, the protein of it, right? If you have positive, that you have like a specific kind of protein. If you're negative, you don't. And so if you're, so like whether or not your body rejects it, it doesn't matter. What are you laughing at?
I'm listening. We're doing book club. And then we just spent like 30 minutes talking about dialysis.
Yeah, anyways.
I love us, but I just, I'm very interested, and I love, like, what you're saying is fascinating. I just can't help but laugh at the fact that what we were talking about, I don't even know what we were talking about. And now we've been going on about blood types. This show is so wild.
Because you were talking about the thing in his hand and seeing his blood move through his body, and then
that's how we got here.
Yeah. It's fine.
I just love that we've been doing this show for 4 years and we've never gotten better at it.
True. Yeah. Yeah. It's why the same people are still around from the beginning. Because they're like, yeah, this is my brand of nonsense.
This is the dumbest fucking show on the internet. Oh my god.
Okay, I hate this. Let's move on. Oh my god.
I love you.
God. I love you too.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, depends on your definition of better. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, our takes have definitely gotten worse.
The audio quality has improved.
Aw, thank you.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah. Although we are back to single mic instead of the dual one. So
yeah.
Once we're in our actual official book club set, which will not be this. It
won't happen for like a year. It's going to be this for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we have to we have to drywall it. Like,
I know. There's a lot.
This is probably going to be where we do most of our content for through the winter.
Yeah, because we have to put together the new sets and things and.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's fine.
Marcy, Moonlight, and Twin Soul have a very interesting conversation about their superpowers.
Yes.
And
some liquid investiture.
Fucking knew that it was Shy. I called it, nailed it. Our girl from Elantris planet is here from Cell.
Yeah.
Chapter 43. Did we react? No, we didn't react to this one. Reacted to the last one. We didn't react to 43. We cut back to Elendel, where Steris and everyone are reading Wax's message, and the senators immediately come up with a plan to escape and not tell anyone that bad things are happening, because senators are evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a comment on the government. All art is political. And...
yeah, it's just like, I get it, but like, guys, come on.
We find out that Steris has not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 evacuation plans for the city of Elendel. Because, of course she does.
Yeah, she was bored a couple summers ago. You know what I mean?
If all of this is written down, you know what Steris needs?
What?
An iPad.
Okay.
Just to save her. Like, she's got, carrying all these plans around. Can you imagine if she could just fit all of that shit into an iPad? It would be good for her back. She'd be saved from the weight of it all.
I guess.
I'm getting her an iPad for Christmas.
All right.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor.
No, definitely not a sponsor. We just happen to use 2 for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple, if you would like to sponsor our content, we use a lot of your products.
Sure, yeah.
In fact, I think I own every one of your products. It's a problem.
No,
we don't have the Mac. We don't have the Mac Studio.
No. Yeah, we do not have that.
But we own every other Apple product.
We don't have the headphones.
I do.
You know, you have the AirPods.
Oh, those ones. Yeah, we don't have those ones. She needs the cloud. Nimbin, you're right. She needs or Seth Butler. Yeah, she needs the cloud.
Yeah, but the cloud only comes with like 500 fucking megabytes of storage. It's garbage.
Nimbin says she wouldn't trust that the battery could run out. Let's be real.
She would have 7 battery packs.
Banks on banks on banks.
Yeah, let's be honest.
She's traveling with 48 hours of battery life in her bag.
Yeah. 100%.
Unlike me, who just things die and then I just... Oh, well, I don't have a phone for the rest of the day.
So, Adawathwin is like, hey, what if we just stop the bomb with Allomancy and use the Bands of Mourning? And the Malish Admiral is like, that would break the treaty. So, don't do that. I don't care if you're all gonna die.
No one responds with, if the city doesn't exist anymore, there is no treaty.
Yeah.
My first thought was like, yeah, we're gonna break the treaty that we can deal with that later. Dude.
Literally.
We can deal with breaking the treaty after. Right now, we have to make sure there's a city that you can have a treaty with.
Yeah.
Because if the Bands of Mourning get blown up, they're destroyed. I would assume.
Well, yeah.
I don't think the Bands of Mourning will survive getting nuked.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah. And so Tensoon is like, I'll go get him.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about this. And then Clarice leaves for the bathroom break. It's 12:49 and it's time for a bathroom break.
Without it, I gotta go all the way downstairs.
Yeah, there's no bathroom on this floor yet. There will be. But then we're going to move the show up to the attic and you're going to have to go downstairs anyway. So, chapter 44, Marasi, Moonlight, and Twin Soul, they follow Entrone into the caverns. And they hear he's muttering about Waxilium Ladrian. And they're like, yeah, he's causing problems. The best thing we can do is wait for Wax to cause a distraction, stamp a door into the back of this place, and sneak the heck in. They have an interesting conversation here, Marasi and Moonlight, about whether or not investiture is magic. And it's so interesting to have these characters finally acknowledge that it's magic, because the interesting part about the conversation is that it isn't magic to Marasi, right? Moonlight says, you know a man who can fly. And Marasi's response to that is like, yeah, and? Because it's normalized. And it is a fascinating concept of not viewing magic as being magical. Because a lot of other fantasy things acknowledge the magic in their world as being magic, right? The things that only certain people can do are magic. Gandalf does magic, and people acknowledge it as being magic. Whereas in this world, they want to acknowledge it as being science in a way that is really, really fascinating. And leads to a conversation that I think is, conversations that we have here on Book Club, but in the book. It was a little meta. This book is kind of a little meta consistently, but they end up finding themselves in the in a mini studio where the film of the lithograph what they call it, not the lithograph, they called it a,
oh my god,
the picture of the Ashfall city.
Yep.
Is being filmed on a miniature set.
Yeah.
And so it isn't actually real.
Yes.
And it isn't the future. It's a set that people have been shown. And they're like, that's weird. Why would they do this? Like, what is the point?
Yeah.
And it reminded me of so many beautiful
Movie
filmmaking
making.
techniques. Yeah, it's a beautiful little warping of really cool stuff, like how Star Wars used minis to make all of basically everything back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was very cool. I was like, yeah, fuck, of course that's it. Like,
you know the Death Star run from the original Star Wars? They filmed that in the parking lot.
in the parking lot?
Yeah, they were in a parking lot. They built that whole thing. It was like this long set. It was built on a parking lot. And they were just like running a camera outside. You can see it. It's really cool. Yeah. All that shit's miniature. That's why there's a potato in the asteroid scene.
A potato?
Yeah, one of the asteroids is a potato. Like an actual potato.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Love
One of
it.
my favorite bits of miniature filmmaking from the original Star Wars movies is in Empire Strikes Back, the Tauntaun on Hoth. Mm-hmm. Is the mixture of the Tauntaun being the headpiece and Luke on it,
Yeah.
and then the legs being a mini,
Yeah.
and like all the different ways they did the Tauntaun, and then melded together, and it's so seamless, so sick.
Yeah.
I fucking love that shit. Anyway, yeah. So chapter 45, Moonlight and Twin Soul are looking at the projection. And they're like, what? Why? Well, like, trying to figure out what the fuck this is all about. Mm-hmm. And,
they were like, oh, yeah, right. Harmony, it, like, implied we'd all lose our minds when we created videos.
which humanity kind of did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So they find an elevator and they go down. And Twin Soul makes a ladder. And they're able to get down into the caverns. Mm-hmm. Very cool. His abilities, the fact that he has to be in contact with his aether-bound abilities for them to maintain, except in the safe house.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm so curious what it is about the safe house that allows his like creations to maintain themselves.
Yeah.
And I do wonder if there's like some sort of like constancy of investiture there that he taps into that they are all using.
I think it's connected to like the spiritual realm in a way, maybe, because he has to be connected to his, not shard, but like his version of that, which is before the shards. Yeah, I don't know.
There's something about Aether. Aether might not be investiture, though, so I might be thinking about that. No, but Aether has to be connected to investiture because he uses the pure door. Or maybe investiture and Aether are two split-offs of door. And door is actually the fundamental thing that investiture and Aether both share in common.
Maybe.
Like, purified door predates Aether abilities and investiture abilities, and investiture and Aether are the splitting off of using door for things. So gods call it investiture because that's what it is when it funnels through them, and the Titans call it Aether because that's what it is when it funnels through them. But door is the center. All of it is door.
Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Why not?
Okay, maybe. You're funny. You're funny today.
Just today.
I
don't get to be funny any other days.
Some book clubs you're not very funny. Some book clubs you're a little bit more serious. But today you've been on like a comedy grind and it's been good. I've been enjoying it. I don't know if anyone else is. I'm having a great time. Yeah.
Victor, thank you for that super chat. So Dora has been explained, but in the Cell essay. Okay.
Oh, we read that.
It's made of dead shards of devotion and dominion.
That's their names.
Oh, right. So Door is planet specific.
I don't know that it is. I think it's planet specific right now.
So wait, does that mean?
But it won't be in the future. If more shards die, I think Door will appear in other places.
But then does that mean that this guy is also from Cell?
No.
Because that doesn't make any sense, because he says his planet's been, like, taken over.
Yeah, but could Harathan's people have taken over? I don't know. We'll find out later. We catch up with Wayne, and Wax. This is where Wayne explains Flaming Bunny, which is the throwing the cat out the window thing. Yeah. this chapter is sort of just Wayne is a little bit annoying. We get a great moment where Wax has a flashback to Bloody Tan's sort of macabre art gallery from the first book. And it was nice. I actually really appreciated tying. I'm hoping the end of these books kind of ties back through all 4 of these books, and so I think that was nice here. And just when I started to get really annoyed with Wayne, they get shot at.
Yeah. Even Brandon Sanderson was like, all right.
When the comedy of this scene that wasn't working for me started to go a little too far, gunfire erupts in their general direction.
Thank God. Chapter 47. They reach the end of an elevator shaft where Twin Soul made the ladder. And there's like a guard there, and Mercy's able to like Trixie like use the Almantic grenade to like freeze the guards, and they're just like, hopefully they don't see like a blur out of the corner of their eye, so they can like sneak past them, so they don't have to like attack anyone and alert anyone to their presence, which was great.
It's interesting because in my head, every time these bubbles appeared, I pictured them like coming from a central spot, and so I just assumed that you would feel the bubble pass through you as it grows from the grenade. And so I was a little confused. Like, I felt like you should feel the bubbles come and go.
No one ever feels it. There's a lot of times people are in and out of bubbles without noticing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the bubble is like a weird metaphor because, you would think that you could see or feel, but it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an interesting conversation going back to the door thing from earlier. Pink Armando says, why do you all think door is a special thing and not just cells investiture? Because
this was...
It comes from the shards of 2 gods, which implies that it isn't just cells. It isn't from a god. It is 2 dead gods' powers being purified and used for any powers, implying that it is a pure form of investiture that isn't tied to any specific power set. Like, it can be used to do anything, which implies that it isn't... And maybe just purified door is that, but... Yeah.
Yeah, reading the book, it felt like it was able to be unlocked because it was 2 dead gods mixed together. Like, that's kind of what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
They're like, it's really hard to get the bodies of 2 dead gods, which is why this works the way that it does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was just, like, what it felt like reading this. So, I don't know.
Blue Sun says only purified door does that. Normal door is so specific you can't even use it outside of the country. But what does purified mean? Oh my god, that's why she's able to do Elantris powers, is because she has purified door. Okay. Because we were like, oh, she drew the basin and did magic, so it must be a localization thing like the language, but it's actually just that she's funneling purified door, not regular door, so it doesn't matter where she is. Interesting. Alright. That's why they want Stormlight, because getting Stormlight to invest their stuff is probably easier than purifying door. The problem is that Stormlight is region locked as well.
Is it though? I have a genuine question about that because it does glow like these jars. You know what I mean? Like, it does have the same.
Murray says that if you get too far away from Roshar in the Cosmere,
then it fades. Realm, it fades. Yeah, it goes away. But if you can get it to stay, I wouldn't call that purifying it.
But purifying it might be just what they're calling the, like, removing the region locking problem.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. It's like unlocking your cell phone, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. You can use it with any carrier now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wild.
Anyway,
we learned so much in this section of reading. Holy shit.
Yeah. This is the same concept as the neutral Stormlight they made in Rhythm of War. Yeah, neutral might be a better word for it. Unkeyed, I think, is a good term, yeah. Purified is weird, because purified implies that there's, like, an imperfection in it.
Yeah, it's like filtered water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a weird word to use for that. I get it, but also I don't really understand what the purification process is, so it might actually be some kind of purification. Like, it literally might be something that you take out of the magic to then make it universal.
Twin Soul shares with us the 3 tenets of Kelsier's group, the Ghost Bloods.
Right.
Tenet 1, preservation of Scadrial. Tenet 2, don't tell people shit. Tenet 3, tell each other shit.
Well, no, it's like, don't, like, plot against your fucking...
Well, no, but they're completely honest with each other. I just love that Tenet 1 is, we have to save Scadrial from the Cosmere problems. Yeah. Great, love it, super on board. Tenet 2, don't tell anyone about the Ghost Bloods. Except that we see Ghost Bloods telling people about the Ghost Bloods all the fucking time.
Yeah, but it's only people that they're allowed to tell them about.
Sure, yeah. And then Tenet 3, you have to be honest with everyone. It's just funny to have Tenet 2 be keep secrets and Tenet 3 be don't keep secrets.
No, Tenet 3 is don't tell anyone else. Tenet 2 is we don't plot against one another and we don't like shit. And then Tenet,
The order, but I just love that it's like don't tell anyone shit, but also tell people everything.
Yeah.
No secrets.
It's very person specific.
Yeah.
Clearly.
And so they head down into the tunnels. They meet up with some of Untron's bodyguards, and they find they're watching as Intron is watching an experiment where they are hemologically taking power out of a human, which at first doesn't seem like that big a deal, except the person is still alive, which is crazy. You don't have to kill people. And that person, not a Allomancer. So they're able to take like 5% of a spike out of a person who just has...
Of their soul.
What?
5% of like their soul onto a spike.
I don't agree with that part of it. I don't think that that's what's happening here. But the spike is 5% full. Right?
Yeah,
and so the idea is if you were to put that spike through 20 people, that spike would be 100% hemorrhagic spike.
Yeah, they said it takes like up to 30 people to like fill one.
Yeah. I don't know about the soul part, because I don't know that I think soul... Well, I guess souls do exist in the Cosmere.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah, so I wonder if this affects what shows up when they die.
Maybe it's like breaths.
Huh, yeah.
Right?
That's interesting. Yeah, and so this is really fascinating, but Intron is like, okay, but can you give me powers today? And they're like, no, this takes time. And he's like, well, then it's fucking useless. Kill everybody.
Pretty much.
And so Intron is like, well, I guess we're going to get invaded. Let's get to the fucking bunker. And he dips out. And Mercy is like, we're going to save those people. And fucking Twin Soul and Moonlight are like, we don't need to do that. And Mercy, of course, is like, look, I'm not a Ghost Blood yet, so, like, you guys can go do your thing, but I'm not going to let these people die. Also, they might have important information, So
I have a question. They talk about, like, they say, like, red and gold, and, like, he says that, like, the skin is gold of these people. Isn't there a race on Roshar that has gold hair and gold skin?
No. There's a blue skin people.
Yes. And then there is one that's like there is one that's gold, I swear.
Maybe.
Maybe it's just the hair. Maybe I'm getting that confused.
I don't think there is a gold-skinned race on Roshar.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Iriali have golden hair, but not skin.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also chat, my Cosmere RPG delivery is at my PO box. So
we're going to unbox that next week.
Unboxing soon.
Yeah.
Unboxing soon.
Or this week, it's Sunday. Yeah.
Unboxing soon, promise. Mm-hmm. It finally got delivered.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to open all those
forever.
minis.
Forever. Oh my god, yeah.
So many minis.
I know. Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of minis. Yeah. Victor Desana, thank you for super chat. Instead of blood donations, spike donations.
Donate your soul.
I mean, if you don't tell people that it's their soul and just be like, hey, like, you are never going to be an Allomancer, but I could see them taking that. If the population never found out it was a piece of their soul, people wouldn't really care.
Or hear me out. You like have all of your family members come together to make one spike to spike one family member.
Yeah, people would do that.
People would
absolutely
power,
especially if you could make a Mistborn.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they have golden-ish skin. Okay.
I don't think it's that, though. I don't think there are enough Iriali to have autonomy have pulled an army out of the planet without people noticing.
Yeah, which I think is fair.
I think it's from somewhere else. I think it's from a planet that from a planet that autonomy has already conquered.
The Twin Souls planet, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like Aether people?
Yes. And that's why Twin Soul, I was about to say Tensoon, fucking Twin Soul is like invested in this endeavor because they can't go home. Their planet is taken over and they don't like autonomy and they're trying to thwart them because, yeah, I think that autonomy took over Twin Soul's planet.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Underscore says, the capitalist implications of who can afford spike powers. I do think it's interesting that...
Same thing with having a Mistborn medal, right?
The TTRPG does not have rules for how to create spikes, because I personally think that it is a little bit... I understand they're like, we don't want you murder hoboing your way to powers.
Because you could...
Yeah, I find TTRPG settings trying to create a lack of rules around things to influence player behavior a little bit silly. Personally. Like, I think saying, like, the hemalurgic spikes are in the game, but we don't want the players making them. Sure.
People are going to do it anyway.
They're going to do it, yeah. I find, I just find some of the language around that to be like, well, we wanted to influence it by not creating rules for it.
This is how you're supposed to play.
They're not that hard to create. You just stab a spike through someone. Like, the idea that I need, like, rules in the system for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, if you don't want people doing it, then you have to make it so that player characters can't use spikes at all.
Yeah.
But if the spikes are going to be in the game, people are going to make them.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I also the Cosmere game is weird for a lot of reasons. Like, there not being the fifth ideal in the game because Brandon hasn't revealed it in the books yet is such an odd thing.
That's gonna be the DLC.
Oh, I know. I know that, but
so they can sell more things and make more money.
Yeah, it's just it's an odd system of like. It's a system that is, and this is one of my biggest criticisms having read it. Is it wants you to play in the world as written by Brandon Sanderson. And so it's a system that's built for you to like color between lines. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to build your own thing in it. Mm-hmm. It really asks you to kind of play within the books as written.
Yeah. In
a way that I find very odd. And isn't like how I want to play a TTRPG. Yeah. I'm not really interested in playing the side quests that weren't important enough for Kaladin to go on. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And Blue Sun says they do say you can do your own canon. Oh, 100%. Yeah. You can do your own canon. But reading the books, like, the books are written for you to really... They're like, you can play whenever you want in the history of Roshar. But we would really like for you to play within the year after Oathbringer. Yeah. And it's just... reading the book, it's really fascinating how many of the rules are put after information about the books. As opposed to giving you a bunch of rules and then giving you... the canon afterwards. Yeah. The books put the canon first and then give you the rules. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think is so odd about it as a book. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We should do a video where we go more in depth on like the game once I've finished reading it. So
yeah.
And once we actually have a physical copy, like that'll be easier.
Yeah, because one of the biggest problems I have with it as a book is that it asks you to flip to other chapters so much. Yeah. It's a book that you kind of need to be bouncing back and forth between things.
Yeah. And I'd rather have
as a PDF, it's hard to do.
I would rather have a physical book for that. Yeah. Which is why I really haven't made much progress on it, because I'm like, I just need an actual book or I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah. No, yeah. I completely agree. Yeah. Completely agree.
Chapter 48, they're going to go get the bands. And they make a deal that if they're going to use them here, that means the Malwish get to take them home so that they can use them in whatever the next crisis is. And Tensoon is like, yeah, sure, whatever. If the humans say so, then yeah, why not? Yeah. Super sus. Just saying. And Steris is like, we're going to evacuate Ellendale.
Yeah.
pretty much.
So Eowathwin puts the bands on to, like, go stop the nuke, and nothing. Doesn't feel anything. And then
they're drained.
Everyone puts them on one at a time, and then Tensoon is like, these are
empty.
completely empty.
Yeah.
Why do you think the bands of mourning are empty? Because I don't remember them being empty when Wax was done with them.
No, they were not.
Right? So...
Which means that someone...
used the bands of mourning.
Has had access to them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've got no idea. Yeah.
I don't know who would have access to them because they're with the Khandra, but the Khandra can't use them.
Victor Desana says, Malwish espionage is their bet. That's fair. First time theory, fake Tensoon did something.
Yeah, but I actually don't think that the Khandra can use the bands.
Why?
Because it says they can't do Allomancy. Yeah. Or can they? If they take on the bones of someone, I forget, can they do Allomancy?
No, I don't think they can. Oh, it was a leecher. Oh, yeah. If Eowathwin is a leecher, then...
Or they have one of those grenade things, and they, like, someone was able to leech the bands.
That's interesting. Were they leeched? Huh.
Yeah.
Or they're fake. Yeah, people are saying they could be switched.
Totally.
I don't really know what the point of this is yet. It just felt like sort of random.
Well, and Steris is like...
We'll use the bands.
Literally,
the bands
Steris
don't
is like,
right.
that is going to be a problem for later. Because I don't have time for that right now.
And so Dahl is like, well, you tried to use them for this crisis, and it didn't work, so now they're ours. And Tensoon is like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And so they just give Dahl the fucking bands.
Which doesn't make sense to me, because they said if we can use the bands to stop this crisis, then you can have them. Which is why, again, this is all super duper sus. I don't trust it.
I think it's more a byproduct of Tensoon feeling unmoored because he cannot ask for help from...
Maybe, yeah.
His god from Harmony than it is anything to do with this not being Tensoon.
Yeah. But like Seth says, like if you just have a grenade in your pocket, you are able to like leech the bands. It could have been Eowathwin, it could have been Tensoon, like anyone.
But what would be the point in leeching them if it like
so that they are useless and that they can't be used to stop the bomb.
Yeah, that makes sense. If it's one of the people, if it's Dahl, it doesn't make sense for Dahl to leech them. It makes sense for one of the set people to leech them.
Unless Telsin is working with the Malwish already.
Right, but Seth Butler says Elendil is destroyed and they get the bands. Getting the bands is pointless if they're leeched. The bands don't fucking do anything. The bands themselves aren't what's important. It was the power in them. Right? The bands on their own are just pieces of metal. They're junk.
Yeah.
I think. Depends what kind of metal they are, but...
Unless... Hear me out.
If they just want them as a religious artifact, sure.
Unless they have someone else from Cell who can stamp the bands to be like they were before they were leeched.
Yeah.
You just convince the bands that they are what they were.
No, because then you're implying that you could stamp investiture into something. I don't think you can.
Why not?
Why not? Victor Sanda says you can fill them. Yeah, but it took 1,000 years for them to be filled the last time. Like, you could fill them for the next 1,000 years and then have the Bands of Mourning, but...
I mean, I guess, like, you could argue that Admiral Dahl is like, hey, I'm the dude who brought home the Bands of Mourning, and that's, like, a power play, and, like, you know, it gives him influence.
Well, the Malwish don't have Allomancers, so I don't even know that the Malwish could fill them.
Right, yeah.
Right?
They, like, they have Allomancers, but they're just very, very highly revered because they're less common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Victor Desana says they're 200 years old max? What do you mean they're 2,000-year-old max?
No, because they're from the Lord Ruler.
Yeah, the Lord Ruler was wearing them in his body for 1,000 years. They're very old.
Yeah.
Vin rips them out of the Lord Ruler's body in the Final Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know what it took to fill them. Sure, yeah, because he would have just kept them topped up all the time.
Yeah.
Wait, Kelsier made the Bands of Mourning?
What?
Oh, right. No, that was the fucking twist in the fucking book. I'm so stupid. Yeah, no, you guys are right. You guys are right. I'm literally forgetting the twist from the fucking book. The Bands of Mourning, no, you're right. You're right. They're not the Lord Ruler thing. Oh my god, I can't keep this fucking shit straight. Remember that was the twist from the book The Bands of Mourning?
Right.
About the Bands of Mourning?
Yeah.
That was the big twist. That was the whole narrative. Yeah.
Right. Oh my god.
I feel great about my memory right now, chat. Yeah, no, you guys are right. You're right.
It's been a long
Kelsier
week.
made the bands. And then the lie is that they were ripped out of... Yeah. God damn. No, I wouldn't have remembered that anyway. I don't remember that book very well. I wasn't very invested in the Bands of Mourning, if I'm being completely honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun.
Not nearly as good as this book.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, the bands are useless. Everyone's fucked. Evacuate the city. Yep. Chapter 49.
Admiral Dahl is like, you want a spot on my ship to get the fuck out of here? You're welcome, Adam.
Yeah.
Adowathman takes it, but the mayor stays and helps Steris with the evacuation.
Yeah, Steris talks the mayor into helping. That was a nice
that.
moment.
Yeah, it's great. It's well done.
I also appreciated Steris being like, I have a plan. I just need you to help me instigate it. And I just think the mayor was so overwhelmed. There is something about that moment of, God, this is just too much. And someone being like, I have a strategy. And just being like, oh, okay. All I needed was someone to tell me that there was a way to do this because I couldn't come up with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chapter 49, Wayne, he's like, hey, we don't have any cover for Wax, so I will be the cover. And then you know the meme where the soldier stands and is getting pelted by arrows as someone cradles behind? Wayne literally becomes the meme.
Yeah.
And he has been doing police work for a while, not taking too much damage. So he actually has a decent amount of healing stored up, which is nice.
He saved up pretty well, yeah.
And he also has an aluminum-lined bend alloy belt now, which is very handy.
Thank God,
Because
Wax
is like, hopefully your bend alloy outlasts them, and Wayne is like, I'm okay.
Yeah,
I don't think you understand how rich I am. I invented baseball.
Yeah, I invented baseball and affordable housing. I am filthy rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they start fighting with Alter Wayne and Alter Wax.
Yeah.
And they basically have this like weird strategy of trying to get them into bubbles that they can get all four of them into a bubble so that they can kick the guy out of the bubble so that they can tag team the girl.
Yeah.
Because she would obviously be able to just speed up her own bubbles.
Yes, exactly.
And
yeah, there's a very fun action sequence here.
Yeah, it's great. Wayne gets stabbed, and then the coin shot sprays him with coins
into Wayne.
And then Wayne starts pushing forward, and those coins slowly push through his body so that when he gets to the other side, he gets a speed boost so that he can fucking get the guy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was a really interesting
ability
point of the Allomancer being able to push the metal in Wayne's body.
Yeah.
Something that we've only seen Vin do before, right? So,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this guy has the fucking Bands of Mourning or some shit.
No, he's using Dralaman.
But you can't continuously use Dralaman. It's one thing. He is constantly pushing while Wayne is slowly moving forward. So it can't actually be Dralaman, right? It has to be a combination of the powers in a way that Vin was capable of, and we haven't seen anybody capable of since. So he's very, very, very powerful. And it nearly takes all of Wayne's health.
Yeah.
Because he's constantly being ripped to pieces.
And so Wayne's reaction is to switch accents.
Is to at first so here's the thing. I thought Wayne was trying to imitate Death again.
Mm-hmm.
Like was trying to pretend to be Marsh. But yeah, he's basically like, you can't hurt me because I hate myself and I'm a terrible person.
Yeah, I'm dead inside. And Wax uses this opportunity. So basically he allows for this to happen to give Wax time to shoot the guy. And to distract the guy and the girl from the fact that he dropped his speed bubble, because Wax gets kicked out of the speed bubble. And so basically their plan gets turned against them. So Wayne drops the speed bubble while they're distracted so that Wax can shoot them. And the woman gets her head half blown off. And Wayne is like, well, depending on which part of her brain they hit, she might be alive.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Brain injuries are wild.
They leave, and Wax is like, hey, bud.
Hey, man, are you...
I was listening to your little speech there.
You good?
Are you okay?
Brother? Yeah. He's like, not the time.
Wayne's like, I'll deal with it later. I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah. Anyway, my mom told me the story the night before I died, which was the prologue, so we're going to bring it back.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, before she died, yeah.
Yeah. We got over at chapter 50. Marcy is able to sneak past some scientists, and they get into a little bit of a fight, and Marcy has to shoot somebody, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The scientists then start just fucking torching everything. It's like the fucking financial crash of 89. They just burning all the evidence. And Moonlight is like, oh, don't worry about that. I can just repair it with a stamp. Maybe the greatest spy trick ever. I can just go, oh, the evidence is back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think, okay, question. In a world that knows about these powers, do you think stamp evidence would be accepted in court? Because while it does repair the evidence and bring it back, the stamp could alter it. Like, the government, like cops, could essentially forge evidence and say that it's repaired evidence.
Interesting.
Right?
I don't know if you would be able to use any physical stamped evidence in court because of the nature of you being able to change it.
But Blue
Anything
Sun
that's
says
been stamped.
The stamp would have to be verified. But, like, can you verify the stamp? Can anyone other than the person who...
You would need an expert to read the stamp and be like, this was purely only used for rewinding and not rewriting.
But could you trust, like, if so? Say it's like the CSI tech, right? Gil Grisham. Gil Grisham stamps the evidence and brings it back. Who are you trusting to verify this CSI stamp?
Well, that's the thing. You would have to have, like, on roster, like, the highest paid, most, like, prolific stampers or stamp investigators of the time, right? Because you wouldn't want... They would have to be treated and paid so well, because if they got, pulled over to nefarious jobs... that would not bode well for normal people.
You would need basically to, like, everyone would have to be, oh man, this gets so complicated, but you would need to have, like, both sides bring in their stamp verifier.
Ruby Mineshaft brings up a great thing. What if you had some sort of awakened tech that could read it and always tell the truth about it?
But do you trust the tech?
Well, I don't know if you could invest a piece of technology to have enough cognition to be like, to tell people what they want to hear. But I think you could, it stands to reason you could invest a piece of tech to be able to tell if something is a lie or a truth.
Interesting, okay.
Potentially. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Can you stamp aluminum?
Probably not, right?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But aluminum is about to become very commonplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have electrolysis now. Wild. And so, Marcy recognizes some of the people they save here. And is like, wait, these are Introne's political enemies. He's literally kidnapping and torturing his political enemies. That's crazy.
Yep.
Glad no one does that in our life. No one would ever do that in the real world. And so Moonlight is like, yeah, autonomy's people probably going to come through Shadesmar. And Marcy's like, what now? What? Marcy learned so many words today. You know what I mean? Like, Marcy went from, like, oh, the Ghostbloods want me to join, to, like, she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
I really, really feel bad for Marcy. She's been through a lot in one day. That's
She's
too much
keeping it
learning.
together real well.
It's like getting like a full college degree in 24 hours.
Yeah, basically.
Sanderson's next secret project, an Emperor's Soul court drama. I would love that.
Honestly,
I would read the shit out of that.
Yeah.
And then we learned that apparently autonomy has the ability to open perpendicularities.
Yes, which is how they suspect that they're going to get the army over here.
Yeah. Crazy.
For the fighting stuffs.
And then more people show up, and it's time for fighting. And so naturally, this is where we go full anime, because Twin Soul
becomes a
mech.
Yeah.
Gundam
full
Wing.
Gundam. Yeah. Full stone armored suit. He's like, hey guys, if you want to surrender, you totally have that chance. Please do so. You're not going to do that? All right, well, your lives are forfeit, and you're not going to get reborn for several generations as punishment. So go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, no, it's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's banging.
Yeah, this is where I'm like, this has to be animated. There's no way you do this live action. Just make your shit an animated series, Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah, please.
Call it The Cosmere and have it be 85 seasons long. You could basically be like One Piece.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
But with different characters and like different stories and
100%.
Just have it slowly grow. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Because this has the level of like complexity and like foreshadowing that I feel like a lot of the big successful animes have that people fucking love. They love that something was introduced in episode 2 and is now coming back in 487. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think that honestly, Sanderson's works really lend itself to the anime genre.
Yeah. Skipcat says, first time theory, does every world have a Shadesmar? Not Spirit Realm, Shadesmar. Shadesmar is no.
Yeah.
Shadesmar is one place. Like Shadesmar,
but every place has a Shadesmar. It's why you can step from planet to planet.
Every place can connect to Shadesmar. Mm-hmm. But it's not that every planet has a Shadesmar.
Has the Shadesmar.
It's just that Shadesmar connects everything.
Yes.
But the Shadesmar is consistent.
Yeah, there's basically 3 layers to reality, right?
Yes.
Cognitive realm, spiritual, and physical, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
so those all exist.
Spiritual, cognitive, physical.
Yeah, those all exist everywhere. So yes, Shadesmar is everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, Twin Soul fucking mechs off and goes and fights and gives them a way to get away. Mm-hmm. And then I love the detail of, like, he can change the size of his suit so that he can get through smaller hallways. It's such an anime moment.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm just, like, explaining to Marcy to explain to the audience.
Yeah. Don't worry about this problem.
Twin Soul can use the Aether to create suits of different sizes so that he can get through the tunnels and fight wherever he needs to.
Yeah.
Chapter 52. Wax and Wayne head down into the sewers. Wayne is like, don't tell Marcy, because I told her you never take me into the sewers. I guess. That came out of nowhere. I had no idea what that meant. I'm not gonna lie. And so they start getting shot at, and a convoy of trucks flees, and so it's time to chase them down.
Yeah.
Wayne is going to stick behind and do his own little bit of fighting, but Wax takes to the sky and starts chasing down different trucks.
Yeah. Just find some decoys, and then the last truck is has a bunch of documents in it, but still no bomb. Still don't know where that is.
Chapter 53, we cut back to Marcy and Moonlight. They are being chased down by the wolves that Wax fought in the tunnels in the first book?
Is that the first or second one? I can't remember.
I think it was the first book, because in Shadows of Self, they leave and go to the other cities, right? No, it might have been Shadows of Self. No, yeah, Shadows of Self. And so they start making doors through walls to get around them.
But not door.
They end up kind of blocked off. And Moonlight is like, all right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to stamp myself, and I'm going to change who I am.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to have some different powers. I'm going to be able to do some different stuff. But the catch is that I might not understand why I'm here and why we need to fight these people.
So you need to convince new me to...
Because I can make you vanish. Here are the coordinates, stamp.
Nimvin says sewer comment was a callback. No, I get that it's a callback to him saying that at the beginning of this book.
Yeah.
I just don't know why it matters. Like, why would Wayne in this moment be thinking about the fact that in a different mission with Miracy, he said one time that Wax doesn't take him into the sewers? Like, why would that matter as a thing to say out loud?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it just felt so... I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's not like a running gag. It's just a thing he said one time. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah. Then we get to chapter 54, which we reacted to.
One of our shortest reactions ever.
Yeah.
But I completely understand. Because our faces, when I was like, Elantris!
I'm pretty sure I just looked thoroughly confused the whole time. Like, you got very excited, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
As soon as she was still shiny, I was like, oh my fucking god, Elantrian! She gave herself magical powers. She magic powered herself into having different magic powers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Which I guess you can only do with this purified door, and why then she as an Elantrian can also use magic that is not connected to Cell. Or not even Cell, the literal one continent, which I don't even remember, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild.
Gryback says, I wrote this in the comments in your reaction to this part, but I think Claris is right that you most likely could not stamp yourself to become Mistborn. Why not? Why, though? You know what I mean? Why? There's no rules to this yet. So, like, there's no limits yet. Right. I would argue that right now she couldn't, because she wouldn't have enough history to be able to write it. But if she understood the history of this world enough, she could just write onto a stamp that at some point you ate a bead of Lerasium.
Here's the thing. I think that it would not be possible until they understand genetics.
Why?
Well, because that's how you become an Allomancer. It's literally like you just win the genetic lottery.
But she understood enough about Elantrians to do it, so I don't understand why that would change anything here.
Because the Elantrians are like a race that she understands.
Right, so all she needs to do is understand that, like, if anyone eats a pill of Lerasium, you become a Mistborn.
But I think you would have to understand how that altered your DNA. Like, I'm saying it's impossible, but I think that they would need a fundamental understanding of DNA and being able to see it and break it down.
I wonder if they could talk to God about that. Oh, wait, they can.
Well.
They could just ask God.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't, like... I don't think it's a problem. I think that she could write into someone's history that they've eaten Lerasium, and now they're a Mistborn. I don't see why that's an impossibility.
Yeah, maybe.
Look, I think it's harder to write into someone's DNA that they're from Scadrial, but you don't need to be from Scadrial in order to eat Lerasium. You don't need to
Well, that we don't actually know.
Yeah, we do, because Hoyt did it.
Yes, but Hoyt is a, like,
But he's not...
shard
But
entity.
Hoyt isn't from Scadrial. He's just a human being. He ate Lerasium. He got Allomancer powers.
But hear me out. He's the same race of people that Ruin and Preservation were, and Ruin and Preservation made people in their image, so technically he might be, like, a tiny percent Scadrian.
Pink Hermano says Hoyt ate it on Scadrial, though. I don't know why that matters.
Well, we know location matters for a lot of magic, so maybe...
But the metal Lerasium is the... I don't think that matters.
If you took Lerasium off planet, would it work anymore? In the same way that Stormlight doesn't work anymore. Right?
But she could just write in... Because she knows how people walk through the galaxy in Shadesmar, she could just say that they ate... You could put in the stamp that they ate the Lerasium on Scadrial.
Yeah, but like Blue Sun says in Emperor Soul, it's like... The larger the stretch of the imagination, the more difficult the stamp is to create. So it might not be possible. Unless world hopping becomes, like, very commonplace.
She can do it.
Maybe.
No, she's world hopped. Therefore, she knows that world hopping is possible. Therefore, it's not a stretch to say that someone world hopped.
She might be able... Yeah, maybe for herself.
It isn't hard for her to write into a stamp that people world hop because she's world hopped.
No, it's not hard for her to write that she has world hopped, but the average general person, that would be a huge
sure, but why would she be giving powers to a random person? I'm saying that she could give powers to a ghost blood person.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Victor Desana says, thank you for that super chat. Forgery is defined in Emperor's Soul. All that matters is feasibility. To get Lerasium, you need to know that it exists and you could get it.
Yeah, if Lerasium didn't exist, I think that this would be a much more difficult endeavor. But
obviously, if it didn't exist, it would be impossible because you couldn't convince someone that they did do it. But because we know it exists...
No, because, I think that in a world before Lerasium exists and, well, I guess the Lord Ruler made it.
The Lerasium has to exist in order for her to be able to write that someone has eaten Lerasium.
Yeah, I just mean that
the forgery wouldn't work without it.
You didn't have to... You could be born a Mistborn at a certain point in history. And I think that writing that someone is born a Mistborn would be incredibly difficult. I think that writing that they ate Lerasium would be much simpler.
Writing that, yes. The reason why it's easier to write that is because you can have... changed their history yesterday.
Yeah. But Lerasium
You're not rewriting their entire life.
Yes, but Lerasium doesn't exist anymore. So you would then also have to justify...
That's true, though.
Well, Shay thinks that it's true, right? And therefore you have to you have to take into consideration the not viability, the plausibility of it being possible. And if Lerasium doesn't exist anymore, then it would be very hard to convince your soul that you ate it, right? If Lerasium existed, it would again be a step easier.
Yeah, all you have to say is that there was one bead left over from the Final Empire. I think it's more of a stretch to say that she rewrites someone's entire life than it is to just a stamp that rewrites that yesterday they ate a bead of Lerasium that was left over from the Final Empire. That seems like an easier stamp than having to write an entire new life for somebody.
It depends on how many history books are recorded that says how many beads there were.
It doesn't matter because Kelsier...
It does, right? It does matter because we know that the magic systems on these worlds are affected by people's perception of what is true and what isn't, which is so complicated. But it is something that we do know about this world. And therefore, if you have history books that are like, these are the definitive number of beads that there were...
Oh, and we do actually know. No, we do have that information.
We do have that information. And therefore, it makes it that extra step harder to convince your soul to accept the stamp that says that there was a bead of Lerasium.
You would have to have Kelsier not tell her that Hoyt ate the last bead.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Fuck. Anyway, so she becomes a Lantrian and is like, oh, do you want a blessing from me? Ah, yes, you've come here to your god.
Ah, yes, mortal.
You silly, silly mortal. Silly, silly, goofy little mortal lady.
Yeah, it's great.
I guess I'll help you. That's a big blessing to ask for, though.
Yeah.
And Shay is gone and Shay is born.
Yeah.
And so, Marcy goes through a wall and Moonlight teleports out of there using the coordinates that prior to this Shay gave to Marcy to give to her Elantrian self to teleport out with because we don't do magic autism anymore. Hell yeah.
Yeah, love that.
How many steps to walk across the lake? Chapter 55. Wax finds some people who are destroying some documents, and there's someone in that truck still talking, and so Wax and Autonomy have a little conversation. Yeah,
because this body is about to die, but she can possess it right before.
Yeah, and Autonomy's like, isn't it crazy how people do their coolest shit right before they die?
Yeah.
Or right when
they think they're gonna die.
When they think they're gonna die.
Yeah. When they're about to die, people are really capable of cool shit.
And so Wax finds some beer from the Roughs that he and Wayne really like, and he's like, "I'm gonna go talk to Wayne."
Yeah, we need to have a bro moment.
Chapter 56.
Last chapter of the section.
Yeah.
Marcy walks into this underground bunker. and is like trying to be super inconspicuous, but these like women are like, oh my gosh, and she's like, they're gonna tell on me, so she follows them and finds her cousin, who was captured by Miles in book 1, which is a crazy full circle moment. Holy shit. So it turns out that this community underground exists because they have been told that the ash mounts re-erupted and that the upstairs is a wasteland. Fallout, anyone? And there's even like a viewing spot where you can like see them up above, which is the moving pictures that they have been created. And every so often they will like seed in survivors to be like, oh my god, yeah, it's so horrible upstairs, blah blah blah. And then they'll get taken to different communities so they can't like spill the beans, because Entrone is fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
And a tyrant, which the guy states many times. Because they're like, well, we want to go up and help people. We want to help save people from the mutated Allomancers upstairs.
Yeah.
And Entrone is like, no, we can't do that. It's too dangerous. Crazy. Fucking crazy. We've got Fallout in our Mistborn.
Yeah.
Except in Fallout, the apocalypse bombs actually did happen. You know, they did actually get nuked, so.
Yeah.
To be fair, Allendale is about to get nuked, but I don't think that it is a radiation... Like, there's going to be radiation in this bomb from Allendale.
It's a clean bomb.
Yeah.
Because we know that there wasn't radiation, or I guess we don't know, but one got sick from the explosion in Wax's house.
Yeah. No one... Well, actually, Wax did not feel great afterwards.
He got blown up. No, he felt fine after the first bomb. He didn't feel good after the second explosion that blew him across the room, and he cracked his head on the wall.
Right. Yeah, that's
If you crack your head on the wall, you're not going to feel great. That's not a radiation sickness. That's called a concussion.
Yeah. So it's just like a dynamite extra large bomb instead of a nuclear bomb.
Yeah. And that's the reading for the week. Not going to lie, the twist of the set having a secret community underground in Fallout style... Loved it.
Where there are basically farming Allomancers.
I was really, really into it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's dark. Like, it's very, very dark. Mm-hmm. I think it is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see, like, Marcy break all these people out. And honestly, I wish this book were longer. I wish we had more left. Because I would love to kind of see these people try and, like, reintegrate. Maybe one of the 7 epilogues in this book is going to be...
Or a secret history.
These people having to, like, reintegrate into society. Because the girl they I don't know if it's a girl, Arnold is Marcy's cousin. Marcy's like, wait, fuck, you're my family.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, Armel, yeah.
Like, you're my cousin. You disappeared. You've been down here.
I've got news for you.
Well, and we just assumed everyone being kidnapped in the first book was being killed. And that they were just that the spikes were being made out of them.
Because we did not realize that it was possible to farm allomantic powers from people who are still living.
Yeah. Wild.
Because I bet that you could, like, lie to these people and say, well, if you don't want to become one of the mutated Allomancers, we have to, like, thread this thing through you to, like, keep you healthy or whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. The one weird thing about this 6-year time gap between book 3 and 4 of this series is that there were a bunch of people that were kidnapped they never found.
Yeah.
And I guess they just gave up on that.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time in everyday life.
I know, but Wax feels like a dog with a bone about stuff like that.
He's got kids now. Fuck everybody else. I actually don't know if this community is going to be farmed for allomantic abilities now that I'm thinking about it, because the scientists said that the state of mind of the person being, like, their soul stolen from, it matters, right? Mm-hmm. And so the more distressed they are, the more soul they can farm off of you. And so if these people were willing to do it, it actually makes the process less effective.
Fascinating. So maybe that's a good point.
Maybe they are just trying to birth Allomancers.
Maybe they built this community and then realized that, though, and were like, fuck.
Maybe.
Yeah. Wild. This was good reading this week. I'm so excited to see what happens next in this book.
Yeah, I think we already have some reactions commissioned.
We're finishing the book next week, right?
Yes.
It's our last week of reading.
Is it? I think so, yeah.
So I am very excited to just finish this book and be done, and, like, no, not be done. I wanna know. I took some time to warm up to this book because I've said it. Bands of Morning was not my favorite of his writing. Yeah, next week's the end of the book.
Damn.
Bands of Morning kind of like knocked my interest in Mistborn Era 2 off a little bit.
Yeah.
And it took me some time to warm up to this book, but I really like it. I've had a lot of fun with it. I like Moonlight a lot.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Shay was always a great character.
I don't know how many of these characters are going to continue on in the Cosmere, but I do like we're setting up Marcy as a potential like POV character for Cosmere shenanigans. Mm-hmm. And I would follow Marcy through that. I would rather it be Steris, because Steris is the best. But Marcy as a POV character moving forward for World Hopper stuff, she's been built up in a way where I would actually really like that. Mm-hmm. She's not overly powered. No. She has to be very creative in how she resolves situations.
Yes, her powers have, like, really interesting limitations.
And she is emotionally... Her and Shay as partners is very fun because they both have really interesting limitations. Neither of them are, like, wax-level combatants.
Yeah.
And so if you told me that Era 3 Ghostbloods was a detective duo series about Marcy and Moonlight being a like lady cop duo across the Cosmere and wasn't Scadro specific, I would be very into that series.
Yeah, right.
The two of them world hopping together to solve crimes or something is genuinely a book series I would be so down for. Yeah. And the fact that Moonlight's not been in this book that much and has already become... Granted, I love Emperor's Soul. I think it's one of Brandon's best pieces of writing. I think it's a fucking brilliant short book. And the fact that it is her makes me more interested in that character, obviously, because I think she's so interesting. Yeah. But yeah, the idea of Marcy and Moonlight as like this, as the Ghostblood team we follow, really, really into it. Yeah. Like really, really, really into it.
Yeah, I agree. I would be super down for that.
Victor Desana says, it's funny you guys are more warmer to this book compared to the past two, given that is the opposite from general reaction. Folks tend to love the back two books more compared to this one. That's wild to me. I think Shadows of Self, like the relationship between Wax and what's the Conjurer's name? Palm. Oh, Palm. Is really interesting. The rest of that book's just kind of fine. Yeah. That book is really just about that relationship, and it also has like the weird Wayne shit, and then Bands of Morning I think is genuinely lacking in terms of a lot of things. Yeah. And so, I think this book is much better than both of those. Mm-hmm. Even though the Palm stuff is very cool.
Yes. Yeah, it is. There are elements of this series that I love and that I don't love, right? And they're kind of spread out throughout the series in a way that I just think that, like, the general information and vibe of this book is something that I do love, even though there are specific things about the middle stuff that I do really enjoy. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Blue Sun says a world hopping series would probably be its own thing instead of tying to the Mistborn series.
Yeah, I think calling it Mistborn makes me think it'll be on Scadrial, but...
But calling it Ghostbloods, when almost all the Ghostbloods are world hoppers, makes me think the opposite.
I guess. Also, I think calling it Mistborn is really... Like, Mistborn Era 2, I think honestly should have just been called something else because there's no Mistborn in it.
Yeah, but no, I disagree with that. So much of this has been about Kelsier. And...
Still not...
The Survivor. Like... There's so...
Oh, it's relevant to Mistborn Era 1, but calling it Mistborn is just funny because there's no Mistborn. It is no, like... the previous Mistborn series is relevant to Mistborn Era 2, but Mistborn aren't really relevant to Mistborn Era 2.
Sure, but what the series title is never really that important in most series, right? Like...
I just think it's interesting.
You know, I think that calling Mistborn Era 2 definitely makes sense, given that it is these people living in the consequences of Mistborn Era 1's actions. Yeah. And there is a Mistborn Era. Kelsier's alive. He's on the phone.
He's not alive.
Well, yeah. It depends on what you call alive.
Exactly.
Mistborn now is just branding. Yeah. If they called it something else, it wouldn't sell as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Because the Wax and Wayne trilogy, or quadrology, people would be like, what? Yeah. Also, Ghostbloods. Mistborn Era 3 Ghostbloods is a real weird... It's weird, right? Because the Ghostbloods' main goal isn't actually to influence things on Scadrial. It is to keep things from destroying Scadrial from the outside. Yeah. And that's why I think that you could, by calling it Ghostbloods, honestly, they could just call it Ghostbloods. and that would be the series name, and it would be the World Hopper thing.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I don't know. No, I'm enjoying this book. I'm having a great time with it.
Yeah.
Steris is having great beats. You know what I think this book is also doing very well is it's giving everyone beats.
Yeah.
Steris has really great moments. Marcy's having great moments. Wax is having great moments. Even Wayne is having great moments. He's still doing some stuff that I roll my eyes at, but like some of my favorite Wayne stuff is in this book.
Yeah.
The pushing through we didn't really get into the combat that hard, but the pushing through the bullets moment is genuinely incredible.
Yeah.
Like that was so cool.
Yeah, both the Wax Wayne fight and the Marcy fight, like all had great elements. Again, some of his like peak like combat writing for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I really enjoy. I'm enjoying this book a lot. I think it's very cool. I am excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, me too.
The stakes are very high, and I feel very connected to them.
Probably get started on the reading pretty quick here because we've got some reactions to do. So
yeah, when are those? Oh, and we are going to do book club on Friday also.
Yeah, we actually have less time.
What reactions
this week?
Actually, I don't think we know what the reactions are yet.
No, we do not. Yeah.
But
That's okay. There will be some. If you want to get any of those in, you gotta do it right now. You gotta do it immediately because we're gonna close that.
But right now we have I think we just have 2 reactions right now. Chapters 71 and 74. Unless there's more, but it might just be 71 and 74. So we have like 15 chapters we can listen to before we react.
We'll double check what's been...
Yeah, the mods will tell us.
Stuff might have been commissioned before this week.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
we should probably check, like...
Right. No, you're right. But at least 71 and 74 will be reacted to, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then the next week, I think that we're doing full book recap from LA. And then the week after that...
Right, yes.
I think we're starting Wind and Truth.
Is that what we want to do? Yeah.
I think we're 3 weeks from Wind and Truth.
Because we said we could do like Tress or something.
I know, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's what I learned from Here's what I learned from Lost Metal. Jumping to other things and then trying to come back is harder. So I would like to get to Wind and Truth while Rhythm of War is still kind of in my brain.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think we're starting Wind and Truth in 3 weeks.
Cool. That's exciting. God damn.
But I just want to look at the calendar. Is that right?
Yeah, because next week...
Oh, no, we're not doing that on the 9th.
What?
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
we are. We said
that's June.
We said we were doing book club on the 10th.
It's
10th. On the schedule.
Yeah.
So that'll be from LA. So we're going to make sure we have a place with good
That'll be a
internet.
full book recap.
Yeah.
Right, because we're filming all day on the 9th, and then we'll do book club and then shoot with Ryan after book club.
Yeah, exactly. Because that'll be 11 a.m.
So then the 17th.
That'll be 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be 8 a.m.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
It might be an hour later. It might start at noon. We might start at 9 a.m.
We might adjust
LA
the time just depending on our day before. We have a really long film day the day before, so we're just going to,
So then the 17th of October, we're starting Wind and Truth.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We have a book club on Halloween.
Do we?
Yeah. Should we do like a spooky book club?
Maybe we take a week off from Wind and Truth and we do a scary book. That would be fun.
A scary book? I don't.
Yeah, there's like horror books.
I don't read horror.
I know, but you can for book club. Anyway, Clarus, we're at the end of the show. Do you want to do high-low?
Let's do it.
All right, this is the segment where Clarus and I give our highs and our lows, because when I was a kid, my family was blending. We did this every night at dinner to commiserate each other's lows, celebrate each other's highs so that we could come closer as a family. Mm-hmm. And this is how we get closer to you, chat. So Clarus does her high, I do my low, she does her low, I do my high, so that we compliment Sandwich this bitch. So, Clarus, what is your high for this week's reading of... Oh, we recently bought Dracula, which I've never read. The original Dracula. Huh. We could read Dracula for Halloween. That'd be fun.
That's true, yeah.
We could do a Dracula Halloween book club. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
What's your high for the week?
My high. Honestly, it has to be the... No, there's so many good things. I'm going to say that my high was the fight scenes. Mm-hmm. I think specifically like the coin moment. But there was
Yeah.
so much in that one section that was so good and so juicy.
Yeah.
But the fights do stand out to me in this section for sure. Thought they were very well done. The stakes were high. It was very exciting, and I loved it.
Yeah.
What is your low?
So easy. Wayne talking about farting in the chair. I didn't need it at all. What's your low?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
It just went on too long. Mm-hmm. It would have been funny as a joke. It was the Wax trying to figure out what Wayne was saying. It just felt like it was just stretched into this thing that I was like, why is this?
Yeah,
why is there so many sentences?
Yeah, that was a weird one for sure. Yeah, what's your high?
Oh, the Elantris transformation.
Yeah. It was either that or the fight scenes, and I was like, I think you might pick
getting the mech transformation followed immediately by the magical girl transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Felt so anime to me. I was like, this is very fun. Mm-hmm. I love the Sailor Moon of it all.
Yeah.
And then her attitude afterwards and being like, oh, you want a blessing from your god, my dear? And I was like, oh my god, is this what Raoden becomes after a couple years as an Elantrian?
Yeah,
I was very into it. Very, very, very cool.
Yeah, it was good.
I was sick. If you like the book club, like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the dislike button. Leave me comments down below. Please rate us 5 stars on all podcast platforms. It helps us more than you know.
Yeah.
There's going to be audiobook reactions this week, so make sure that if you did not get gifted a membership, sign up for the memberships here. Become a Nerds Radiant.
Nerds Radiant, or go over to patreon.com if you also want to tag team with the movie reaction, show reactions. You can get everything over there.
It does look like we are going to get reactions to
Good Will Hunting.
There will be a Good Will Hunting reaction up either today or tomorrow on Patreon. Hopefully, Brandon will have that done for you by Wednesday.
Hell yeah. You can also follow the Patreon for free as well. If you're like, hey, I'm not interested in anything you're doing right now, but I want to keep up with what you're doing. It's free just to give it a little follow. And I do think that the more followers that you have, the more Patreon pushes your stuff. If you're a popular creator, they'll push your things to people. So
if you're not following us on Patreon,
it's literally
free and it helps us.
It's literally free and you don't have to do anything. Just go click follow.
Yeah, the whole free thing is weird because we have over 3,300 free people in there.
Yeah.
So it's a growing little community. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Yeah.
I think honestly on the free feed would be a good place to drop the reading schedule graphic and stuff too. Just because I know some people are not on social media or Discord.
Oh, okay.
But they might be over on Patreon. So.
All right, I'll start posting more over there. I just want patrons to get more notifications because I already get so many One Piece notifications.
Fair.
Y'all, we'll be back next week with the end of this book. Very excited for that. And the mods will tell you when commissions are closed for audiobook chapters. I'm assuming that'll be soon. Mods. I don't know if there are any mods here today, which is interesting.
No, we had to push book club.
Yeah.
I know it's at an abnormal time today. Sorry, guys, but I wanted to get it done as soon as possible, and I thought the weekend.
We didn't want to push everything back a week because then we were finishing this book in LA,
and we can't.
And doing a 2-hour full book recap there is easier than doing a full book club there. So
with the reactions especially. So
thank you. We will see you all next time.
Yeah, and
same bat time, same bat channel next week.
No, not at the same time. We'll see you at Friday at 11 a.m.
Oh, it'll be Friday. Oh, my God, it's Sunday.
I know.
Football. Oh, wait. What? Okay, chat. We're going to find out together how the New York Giants are doing with Jackson Dart at the helm.
We're also...
It is...
Probably...
We're winning! We're winning! We're winning! We're up. We're beating the Chargers. Holy shit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Wait, we're winning. Jackson Dart, our fucking rookie phenom, has us leading... the Los Angeles Chargers, who may have the best defense in the fucking league.
Damn. Well, we're gonna go watch the football, I guess. Why don't you just go watch it?
Oh my God, because I want... Oh, they threw an interception, but we didn't. That's our fucking... Jackson Dart's our fucking guy, chat. This is not how I imagined the stream would end.
Me neither.
I'll just throw the ball and keep book club going. We'll just sit here and watch football together.
No, just stop the stream so that people who are like, I don't...
No, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to keep streaming today. There's a bunch of stuff that has to happen now, but thank you so much, everyone. We will see you all next week. And no Succession tomorrow, unfortunately, because or Severance, but we will start getting those out again. Yeah, sorry, we just haven't had time to record it because I have not had a voice. Well, in this room is a little dangerous. But we got through a 3-hour show. Yeah, in this room, so we're okay. I'm okay. Yeah, it's fine. Hell yeah. See you next time, guys. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for a great show. Bye.